Life often feels like a race, doesn't it? The endless deadlines, the unexpected challenges, the emotional roller coasters. Some days, it's as if the world conspires to drain every ounce of energy from you. There's a heaviness that creeps in, uninvited, making even the simplest tasks feel monumental. And then there's the worry. Worry about things you can't control, about what's already happened, and about what might never happen. It piles up, leaving you restless, tired, and disconnected from yourself. But what if there were a way to step off this exhausting treadmill? A way to pause, to heal, to feel whole again? The truth is, the ability to find that calm and renewal isn't some distant, unattainable ideal. It's already within you, waiting to be unlocked. This journey is about discovering tools that have helped countless people across centuries. Simple practices that shift your perspective, soothe your mind, and help you regain balance in a world that seems determined to throw you off course. These aren't tricks or quick fixes, but timeless principles that speak to the very core of what it means to live well. Maya's mornings were always the same. A frantic blur of alarms, spilled coffee, and the constant nagging thought that she was already behind. Between juggling her demanding job, raising 2 young children, and trying to be there for her aging parents, she felt like she was running a marathon that had no finish line. Her days were a cycle of stress and exhaustion. At work, her mind was cluttered with unfinished to-do lists. At home, guilt would creep in every time she couldn't give her family the attention they deserved. And at night, when she should have been sleeping, her mind replayed the day's events like a broken record. What she said, what she didn't say, what she should have done differently. Maya had always considered herself strong, but now even the smallest hiccup, a forgotten lunchbox, a missed email, felt like too much to handle. She didn't just feel tired, she felt empty, like a hollow shell moving through life without purpose or joy. Her family noticed too. "You're always stressed, Mom," her daughter said one evening, her young voice tinged with concern. That simple comment hit Maya hard. She realized that she wasn't just affecting her own life. Her stress was spilling over into her family's well-being. Something had to change, but she had no idea where to begin. She had tried it all: self-help books, online videos, even a few meditation apps, but nothing seemed to stick. Everything felt like more pressure, another task to add to her already overwhelming list. One evening, while scrolling aimlessly on her phone, Maya came across an article about an ancient healing practice. It spoke of small, intentional steps, simple actions that could help untangle the chaos in her mind and bring her closer to a sense of peace. Intrigued, she decided to try the first step it suggested: conscious breathing. It sounded too easy to be effective, but Maya gave it a shot. She sat quietly, set a timer for 2 minutes, and focused entirely on her breath. At first, her mind raced. Thoughts of laundry, work emails, and tomorrow's errands flooded in. But she kept going. Each time her mind wandered, she gently brought her attention back to her breath. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, the chatter in her mind softened, and for the first time in what felt like weeks, she felt a moment of stillness. Encouraged by this small success, Maya decided to explore more of these practices. She started incorporating short mindfulness exercises into her day, pausing during her morning coffee to savor its warmth, taking a few deep breaths before responding to a frustrating email, and practicing gratitude by writing down 3 good things that happened each day. None of it was complicated, but the effects were undeniable. Her perspective began to shift. Instead of reacting to everything with frustration or overwhelm, she started responding with calm and clarity. The heaviness in her chest that had become her constant companion began to lift. She smiled more, laughed more, and felt more present with her family. One evening, her daughter came to her with a drawing. "This is you now, Mom," she said, handing over a picture of a calm, smiling woman surrounded by hearts. Maya's eyes welled up. She hadn't realized just how much her journey to healing was also healing those around her. Maya's story isn't unique. It's a reflection of what so many of us experience, being pulled in 100 different directions, feeling the weight of expectations, and losing ourselves in the process. But her story also shows what's possible when we pause, reflect, and make space for practices that nurture our well-being. The beauty of these techniques is their simplicity. They don't require you to carve out hours of your day or completely overhaul your life. They're about small, intentional actions, breathing, moving, reflecting, that help you reconnect with yourself and the present moment. They remind you that healing isn't about doing more, it's about being more aware, more compassionate, more present. As you read through the practices in the chapters ahead, remember that this isn't about perfection. It's not about doing every practice every day or expecting instant results. Healing is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the peace and balance you deserve. These techniques are for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed, exhausted, or disconnected. They're for those who want to reclaim their energy, find joy in the little moments, and live with a sense of calm, even when life feels chaotic. So, as you take this first step, know that you're not alone. The path has been walked by countless others before you, and it's waiting for you to take your place. Let this be the start of a journey, not just to heal, but to rediscover the vibrant, resilient, and joyful person you already are. Now, let's begin. Before diving into the practices, it's important to understand why they hold the power to transform your life. Life pulls us in so many directions, often leaving little room for stillness or self-awareness. Yet, it's in those quiet, present moments that the deepest healing happens. There is strength in stillness, and a profound sense of clarity emerges when we allow ourselves to truly be in the moment. This first step isn't about fixing everything or silencing the chaos entirely. It's about creating a space, a sanctuary within yourself, where calm and balance can grow. Let's explore how to harness the power of being fully present in the moment and how mindfulness meditation can reduce stress, soothe anxiety, and dissolve emotional tension. Mindfulness meditation isn't just a practice, it's a way of being. It's the art of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. The world is constantly rushing, but mindfulness invites you to pause, to notice, and to reconnect with what's happening here and now. This doesn't mean trying to block out your thoughts or emotions. Instead, it means observing them with curiosity and kindness, allowing them to pass through you like clouds drifting across the sky. The first step is learning to anchor yourself in the present. This can be as simple as focusing on your breath. Breath is constant. It's with you in every moment, a reliable guide back to the present. When stress rises or your mind starts racing, bringing attention to the rhythm of your breathing can ground you. Notice how the air feels as it enters your nose, fills your lungs, and leaves your body. Each breath is a reminder that you're alive, here, and capable of facing whatever comes next. A common barrier to mindfulness is the misconception that you must clear your mind completely. In truth, The goal isn't to eliminate thoughts, but to notice them without getting caught up in their pull. When a thought arises, acknowledge it gently and return your attention to your anchor, whether that's your breath, a sound, or a sensation in your body. This practice builds a kind of mental resilience, allowing you to observe without reacting impulsively. Mindfulness isn't limited to seated meditation. It can be integrated into daily life in ways that bring more presence and meaning to everything you do. While washing dishes, feel the warmth of the water and notice the texture of the soap. When eating, pay attention to the flavors, the textures, and the way your body feels as you nourish it. These simple shifts in attention transform mundane tasks into opportunities for grounding and connection. One of the most profound benefits of mindfulness is its ability to reduce stress. Chronic stress often stems from living too much in the past or worrying excessively about the future. Mindfulness anchors you in the present, where most of your fears lose their grip. This doesn't mean ignoring real challenges, but approaching them with a calmer, clearer perspective. When you're mindful, you're less likely to react out of fear or frustration, and more likely to respond with wisdom. Anxiety often thrives in the space between what is and what might be. By practicing mindfulness, you train your mind to return to what is actually happening, rather than getting lost in a web of what-ifs. Over time, this rewiring of your thought patterns can significantly reduce the intensity and frequency of anxious episodes. You begin to see anxiety for what it is, a temporary state, not an unchangeable reality. Mindfulness also helps you navigate emotional tension. Emotions can feel overwhelming, especially when they build up without being acknowledged. Through mindfulness, you learn to sit with your emotions, even the difficult ones, without trying to push them away or fix them immediately. This doesn't mean wallowing in them, but giving them space to exist without judgment. Often, the simple act of acknowledging an emotion can begin to release its hold on you. In moments of conflict, mindfulness can be a powerful tool for diffusing tension. Instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to pause and notice what's happening inside you. What are you feeling? Where is that emotion showing up in your body? This brief pause can prevent a knee-jerk reaction and give you the clarity to respond thoughtfully. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but about creating enough space to choose your response, instead of being ruled by the heat of the moment. Practicing mindfulness regularly also enhances your ability to focus. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to direct your attention is invaluable. Each time you bring your mind back to the present during meditation, you're strengthening your attention muscle. This improved focus spills over into other areas of life, whether it's completing a task at work, listening to a loved one, or pursuing a personal goal. Mindfulness isn't just about the mind, it's deeply connected to the body as well. Stress and emotions often manifest physically, leading to tension, headaches, or a tight chest. By tuning into your body during mindfulness practice, you can catch these signals early and address them before they escalate. For instance, noticing that your shoulders are tense can prompt you to take a few deep breaths and relax them, preventing the tension from building further. There's a gentle power in mindfulness that fosters self-compassion. As you practice, you become more aware of the critical voice inside your head and learn to respond to it with kindness rather than harshness. When a mistake happens or a goal feels out of reach, mindfulness reminds you to treat yourself with the same understanding you would offer a dear friend. This shift in how you relate to yourself can be profoundly healing. Mindfulness also deepens your connection with others. When you're truly present with someone, you listen more intently, respond more thoughtfully, and feel more attuned to their needs. This presence strengthens relationships, builds trust, and creates moments of genuine connection. Even a simple conversation takes on new meaning when you're fully there, not distracted or preoccupied. For those experiencing grief or loss, mindfulness can provide a safe space to process and heal. Instead of resisting the pain, mindfulness encourages you to face it gently, acknowledging its presence without being consumed by it. This practice helps you move through grief with grace, allowing healing to unfold naturally over time. The beauty of mindfulness lies in its accessibility. You don't need special equipment, a specific location, or even a lot of time. A few minutes of mindful breathing at your desk or a brief pause during a busy day can make a noticeable difference. It's a practice that meets you where you are, no matter your circumstances. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. Begin your morning with a few deep breaths before checking your phone. Take a moment before meals to appreciate your food and the effort it took to prepare it. End your day by reflecting on one thing you're grateful for. These small practices add up, creating a foundation of presence and awareness that supports your well-being. As you continue to explore mindfulness, you'll notice its effects extending beyond your immediate experiences. It changes the way you relate to the world around you. You start noticing beauty in places you once overlooked, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of rain against a window, the way laughter feels in your chest. Mindfulness doesn't change life's challenges, but it changes how you experience them, making room for joy even in the midst of struggle. There's no need to strive for perfection in mindfulness practice. Some days your mind will feel calm and focused. Other days it will wander constantly. Both experiences are part of the journey. The key is to keep showing up, to keep practicing, and to trust that each moment of mindfulness, no matter how fleeting, is a step toward greater peace and healing. This is just the beginning of what mindfulness can offer. Its simplicity is its strength, and its practice holds the potential to transform not only how you experience stress and anxiety, but how you live your life. Each moment spent in mindfulness is a gift you give to yourself, a reminder that you are worthy of care, presence, and peace. The beauty of mindfulness is its ability to open a door to deeper awareness and clarity, but even mindfulness has its foundation in something more primal, more fundamental: the breath. Without the breath, life ceases. Yet, how often do we pay attention to it? Your breath is always there, quietly working in the background, guiding your body and mind. But when stress takes over, the breath becomes shallow and erratic, mirroring the chaos within. Learning to work with the breath, not against it, unlocks a powerful tool for calming the mind, steadying emotions, and nurturing the body from within. Breathing may seem automatic, but conscious breathing turns this natural act into a deliberate force for balance and well-being. Breath connects the mind and body in ways that few practices can, acting as a bridge between the two. When anxiety rises, the breath often becomes shallow, signaling distress to the brain. Conversely, when you take control of your breath, slowing it down, making it deeper, you signal safety and calm. This simple act can transform how your body and mind respond to stress. Controlled breathing shifts the nervous system from a state of fight or flight to rest and digest, reducing cortisol levels and soothing the storm within. Deep, intentional breathing engages the diaphragm fully, drawing air deep into the lungs. This not only brings more oxygen to your cells, but also improves circulation and detoxifies the body by helping expel carbon dioxide. Shallow chest breathing, on the other hand, limits oxygen intake and keeps the body in a state of mild panic, perpetuating tension and discomfort. Conscious breathing breaks this cycle, offering relief and clarity in moments of overwhelm. One of the simplest and most effective methods is diaphragmatic breathing. By placing a hand on your stomach and focusing on expanding the belly with each inhale, you engage the diaphragm fully. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, calming the mind and relaxing the body. Practicing this for even a few minutes a day can lead to profound changes in how you handle stress and emotional challenges. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, allowing you to use your breath as a steady anchor in the midst of life's turbulence. The connection between breath and emotions is undeniable. When anger flares, the breath quickens and becomes jagged. When fear takes hold, the breath may pause altogether, leaving you gasping. Conscious breathing allows you to regain control in such moments, creating space to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It's not about suppressing emotions, but about giving them a healthier outlet, letting the breath guide you through them without becoming consumed. One particularly powerful technique is alternate nostril breathing, which balances the body's energy systems and enhances mental clarity. By using the thumb and ring finger to alternately close off each nostril while breathing deeply, you stimulate both hemispheres of the brain. This practice fosters a sense of equilibrium and helps dissolve mental clutter, making it easier to focus and think clearly. It's an excellent tool for grounding yourself before important decisions or when faced with overwhelming situations. Breathing exercises also enhance physical health. The increased oxygenation that comes with deep breathing nourishes every cell in the body, promoting better digestion, improving cardiovascular function, and supporting immune health. Regular practice has even been shown to lower blood pressure and improve heart rate variability, both key markers of resilience and overall health. When paired with mindfulness, conscious breathing becomes a powerful ally in building a body that is not only healthier, but also more in tune with its own needs. Conscious breathing isn't just a practice for moments of stress. It can become a ritual for self-care. Starting your day with a few rounds of slow, intentional breaths sets a tone of calm and presence that carries through the hours ahead. Similarly, ending your day with breathwork allows you to release the tension of the day, promoting restful sleep and helping you wake up refreshed. These simple rituals remind you to pause and reconnect, even on the busiest days. The practice of prolonged exhalation is another transformative technique. By extending the exhale longer than the inhale, you stimulate the vagus nerve, which plays a critical role in calming the nervous system. For example, inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 6 creates a soothing rhythm that signals safety to the brain. This method is particularly effective for managing moments of acute stress or panic, providing immediate relief and clarity. The spiritual dimension of conscious breathing should not be overlooked. Many ancient traditions, including Buddhism, view the breath as a gateway to deeper awareness and spiritual growth. By focusing on the breath, you cultivate a sense of connection to something larger than yourself, whether that's the present moment, the natural world, or a sense of universal energy. This connection fosters a sense of inner peace and resilience that extends far beyond the immediate benefits of stress relief. For those seeking to integrate conscious breathing into their daily lives, simplicity is key. You don't need long sessions or perfect conditions. Pausing for a few intentional breaths while waiting in line, sitting in traffic, or before responding to a difficult conversation can be enough to shift your state of mind. These moments of conscious breathing accumulate over time, creating a foundation of calm and balance that supports you in every aspect of life. As you deepen your practice, you may notice subtle but profound changes. Your body feels more grounded, your mind clearer, and your emotions more manageable. Stressful situations lose their edge as you learn to meet them with a steady breath and a calm heart. Over time, this becomes a way of being, not just a tool for specific moments. The breath becomes a trusted ally, always there to guide you back to center. In the end, conscious breathing is about more than just improving well-being. It's about reclaiming your power. When you learn to master your breath, you take control of how you respond to life's challenges. You become less reactive, more present, and better equipped to navigate the complexities of modern life with grace and resilience. This practice, though simple, holds the potential to transform not only how you feel, but how you live. The breath is a doorway, a gentle guide that grounds and calms, but there are moments when we need something more to move beyond stress and pain. Beyond the power of conscious breathing lies the profound healing of the mind through visualization. Our thoughts have the extraordinary ability to shape how we feel, how we heal, and how we experience the world around us. Tapping into this potential opens a path to dissolve negativity, restore balance, and nurture emotional well-being in ways that feel almost magical. Visualization is not just a mental exercise. It's an immersive experience that uses the power of your imagination to bring peace, comfort, and renewal into every cell of your being. Healing light visualization begins with focusing inward and picturing a radiant light. This light is not merely a product of thought. It represents warmth, safety, and the potential for profound change. When visualized with intention, this light becomes a tool for addressing inner pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental. It acts as a kind of internal balm, soothing the parts of us that feel raw or unsettled. The process invites you to connect with yourself on a deeper level, acknowledging areas of tension or distress, and gently enveloping them with this imagined radiance. This practice engages the mind and body in harmony, creating a bridge between thought and sensation. By visualizing light entering the body, you invite relaxation and encourage the release of negative energy. Each moment spent in this focused state helps to quiet the inner critic and dissolve the weight of self-doubt. When paired with conscious breathing, the effects of visualization become even more pronounced, as the rhythm of the breath guides the flow of the imagined light through the body. One key to effective healing light visualization is specificity. Direct the light's energy to the areas where you feel discomfort or tension. If you've had a difficult day, focus on your chest where stress often accumulates, and allow the light to ease the tightness. If your mind feels overwhelmed, guide the light gently to your forehead, releasing the mental fog. This act of focusing intention amplifies the practice, turning it from a passive thought into an active process of self-care and renewal. Scientific studies have shown that visualization can significantly impact physical and emotional well-being. When you visualize healing, your brain responds as though the experience is real, activating pathways that promote relaxation and reduce stress. This mind-body connection is a powerful tool for those seeking relief from chronic pain, anxiety, or emotional trauma. It's a reminder that healing is not only about external treatments, but also about what we cultivate within ourselves. Beyond addressing immediate discomfort, healing light visualization fosters a sense of empowerment. You begin to realize that you have the ability to shift your state of being, to move from a place of heaviness to one of lightness. This practice becomes a resource you can draw on anytime you feel disconnected or burdened. It requires no special tools, only your willingness to pause and direct your focus inward. The colors of the light you visualize can also play a role in the experience. A warm, golden light often evokes feelings of safety and comfort, while a soft blue light can be cooling and calming, ideal for soothing anxiety. Green light is associated with renewal and balance, making it effective for addressing both physical and emotional wounds. By exploring different hues, you can tailor the practice to meet your specific needs, enhancing its effectiveness. Healing light visualization is deeply personal, and there's no one right way to practice it. For some, the light may take on a fluid, flowing quality, moving like water through the body. For others, it may feel solid and steady, like a protective shield. The key is to trust the process and allow the light to take the form that feels most nurturing to you. This adaptability makes the practice accessible to everyone, regardless of background or experience. As you grow more familiar with visualization, you may find it helpful to incorporate affirmations or intentions into the practice. Phrases like, "I am safe," "I release what no longer serves me," or "I welcome healing and peace," can deepen the connection between your thoughts and your physical experience. These affirmations act as companions to the light, reinforcing its purpose and guiding it toward areas that need attention. Visualization is also a powerful tool for addressing emotional wounds. By envisioning the light enveloping memories or experiences that bring pain, you create space for those emotions to be acknowledged and released. This doesn't mean erasing the past, but transforming your relationship with it, so that it no longer holds you captive. The light becomes a symbol of your resilience, a reminder that you are not defined by what has hurt you, but by your capacity to heal. For those navigating grief or loss, healing light visualization can provide comfort in ways that words often cannot. It offers a way to hold space for your feelings without being consumed by them, to sit with your sorrow while also inviting moments of peace. The light acts as a gentle companion, helping to ease the heaviness and bring a sense of connection to something greater than the pain. Regular practice of healing light visualization brings cumulative benefits. Over time, you may notice a greater sense of calm in your daily life, an increased ability to handle challenges with grace, and a deeper connection to yourself. This practice becomes more than just a tool for moments of difficulty. It becomes a cornerstone of your well-being, a habit that sustains and nurtures you through all seasons of life. Incorporating visualization into your routine can be as simple or as elaborate as you like. It can be a quiet moment in the morning to set the tone for your day, or a reflective pause in the evening to release the day's stress. You might choose to pair it with other practices, like journaling or meditation, to enhance its effects and create a holistic approach to self-care. The profound simplicity of this practice is what makes it so effective. There's no need for elaborate preparation or perfect conditions. All it requires is your willingness to sit with yourself, to acknowledge what you feel, and to welcome the light into those spaces that need healing. In doing so, you remind yourself of your innate ability to create balance and peace from within. Healing light visualization is not about escaping reality, but about transforming how you engage with it. It teaches you to look inward for solutions, to trust in your own strength, and to approach life's challenges with a sense of hope and possibility. As you continue to explore this practice, you may find that it not only helps you heal, but also deepens your understanding of yourself, your emotions, and your connection to the world around you. Healing light visualization reminds us of the profound connection between the mind and the body, showing how inner focus can restore balance and peace. Yet, healing does not stop with the mind alone. The body, too, holds its own language of tension and release. Sometimes what cannot be processed mentally is stored physically. Mindful movement bridges the gap, allowing the body to speak and find its rhythm. Through intentional, slow movements, you can release built-up tension, improve your energy flow, and rediscover the natural harmony between your physical and emotional self. Mindful movement is a practice that requires no grand gestures, no elaborate routines, just the willingness to be present in your body. It is about moving with awareness, feeling the stretch of muscles, the fluidity of joints, and the rhythm of breath as it syncs with motion. This kind of movement is not driven by speed or force, but by attention and care. Each gesture becomes a form of meditation, grounding you in the present moment and connecting you to the sensations within. The body carries stress in ways we often overlook. Shoulders become hunched from unspoken worries, jaws clench with unexpressed frustration, and backs tighten from the weight of responsibility. These physical manifestations of stress can compound over time, leading to chronic discomfort and fatigue. Mindful movement allows you to gently unravel these knots, releasing tension layer by layer. The key lies in slowness, in moving with intention rather than rushing through motions. This deliberate pace gives your mind time to notice and your body space to respond. Energy flow is another vital aspect of mindful movement. When stress accumulates, energy can feel stagnant, as though the body is weighed down. Intentional movements stimulate this energy, encouraging it to circulate freely. Practices like Tai Chi and yoga are rooted in this principle, emphasizing slow, flowing motions that align breath and movement. These practices not only awaken energy, but also cultivate a sense of inner balance, allowing you to feel both invigorated and centered. Mindful movement also enhances flexibility, not just in the body, but in the mind. By paying attention to how your body moves, you develop a deeper understanding of its needs and limitations. This awareness fosters compassion, reminding you to honor where you are rather than pushing beyond what feels safe or comfortable. Over time, this gentle approach builds strength and flexibility, creating a foundation of resilience that supports both physical and emotional well-being. One of the most profound benefits of mindful movement is its ability to create a sense of embodiment. In moments of stress or trauma, it's common to feel disconnected from your body, as though you are living in your head while your body carries the weight. Mindful movement brings you back into your body, grounding you in the here and now. It teaches you to trust your body's wisdom, to listen to its signals, and to treat it with kindness. This reconnection is deeply healing, allowing you to feel whole and present once more. Practicing mindful movement can be as simple as taking a slow walk with attention to each step. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the rhythm of your stride and let your breath guide your pace. This practice transforms an ordinary walk into an opportunity for grounding and reflection. Similarly, stretching with awareness, paying attention to how each muscle feels as it elongates, turns a basic exercise into a meditative act of self-care. Breath plays an essential role in mindful movement, acting as both an anchor and a guide. Each inhale brings energy into the body, while each exhale releases tension. Synchronizing breath with movement creates a seamless flow, making each gesture feel purposeful and connected. This rhythmic harmony between breath and motion calms the nervous system, enhances focus, and amplifies the overall benefits of the practice. The relationship between movement and emotion is intricate. Just as the body holds stress, it also holds joy, grief, and every emotion in between. Mindful movement offers a way to explore and release these emotions without words. A gentle sway of the arms can feel like letting go, while a deep stretch can feel like opening up to new possibilities. These movements allow emotions to move through you, creating space for healing and renewal. Incorporating mindful movement into daily life doesn't require a gym or special equipment. It's about finding moments to move with intention, whether that's stretching after waking up, taking a mindful walk during a break, or practicing gentle yoga before bed. These small acts of care accumulate, building a routine that nourishes both body and mind. Over time, you may notice a greater sense of ease in your body, a lighter energy in your step, and a deeper connection to yourself. The practice also nurtures patience. In a world that often values speed and efficiency, moving slowly and intentionally can feel counterintuitive. Yet, this slowness is where the magic lies. It teaches you to be present with what is, to savor each moment, and to find beauty in simplicity. This patience extends beyond movement, shaping how you approach challenges, relationships, and life itself. Mindful movement also cultivates gratitude. As you tune into your body, you begin to appreciate its strength, its resilience, and its capacity to heal. You notice the little things, the way your hands move with precision, the way your legs carry you forward, the way your heart beats steadily through it all. This gratitude deepens your connection to your body, transforming how you care for it. For those recovering from physical injuries or emotional trauma, mindful movement offers a gentle pathway to healing. It allows you to rebuild trust in your body, to explore its capabilities without judgment or expectation. Each movement becomes an act of courage, a step toward wholeness. This practice reminds you that healing is not about perfection, but about progress, about showing up for yourself with care and compassion. The benefits of mindful movement extend beyond the individual. When practiced in a group setting, such as a yoga class or Tai Chi session, it fosters a sense of community and shared intention. Moving together creates a collective energy, a reminder that you are not alone in your journey. This sense of connection enhances the practice, adding layers of support and encouragement. Mindful movement is also a gateway to creativity. As you move with awareness, you tap into a wellspring of inspiration. New ideas, insights, and solutions often arise during these moments of flow, as though the act of moving clears the clutter from your mind. This creative energy can be channeled into other areas of life, enriching your work, relationships, and personal pursuits. As you continue to explore mindful movement, you may find that it changes not only how you move, but how you live. You become more attuned to your body's needs, more present in your daily activities, and more resilient in the face of challenges. This practice becomes a way of life, a constant reminder to slow down, to breathe, and to honor the connection between body and mind. Mindful movement teaches you that healing is not a destination, but a journey, one that unfolds with each step, each breath, each intentional gesture. It invites you to embrace the present moment, to trust in your body's wisdom, and to find peace in the simple act of moving with care. Through this practice, you discover that the path to well-being is not about striving or achieving, but about being present, being mindful, and being true to yourself. Mindful movement reveals the body's potential to release tension and connect deeply with the present moment. Yet, there is another layer to this connection, a way to reach into the body's innate ability to heal through touch. Touch is one of the most primal forms of communication. Long before we learn to speak, we understand the comfort of a hand on the shoulder or the warmth of being held. Gentle, conscious touch goes beyond words, offering relaxation, soothing physical discomfort, and fostering emotional healing. It's a reminder that healing is not always about doing, but about feeling and connecting. Healing touch is rooted in awareness and intention. It's not about elaborate techniques or special tools, but about being present with yourself or another person in a way that acknowledges the body's need for care. The simple act of placing a hand on your chest, for instance, can signal safety and comfort to your nervous system. This small gesture activates the parasympathetic response, calming the mind and reducing stress. When touch is paired with breath, the effects deepen, creating a sense of grounding and balance. The power of healing touch lies in its ability to reconnect the mind and body. Stress often causes a disconnect, where the mind races while the body holds on to tension. Conscious touch bridges this gap, reminding both mind and body that they are part of the same whole. By gently massaging tight muscles or holding areas of discomfort, you invite the body to release what it no longer needs. This release is not just physical, but emotional, as stored tension often carries unspoken feelings or unresolved experiences. Touch can be a tool for self-compassion. Placing your hands on areas of your body where you feel discomfort or tension, such as your shoulders or stomach, allows you to send a message of care and understanding to yourself. It's a way of saying, "I see you, and I'm here for you." This practice fosters a sense of inner safety, reducing feelings of overwhelm and encouraging a gentler relationship with your body. Healing touch also plays a significant role in addressing physical pain. When applied consciously, touch can improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and relax tight muscles. Techniques like gentle kneading, light tapping, or simply holding an area with steady pressure can release built-up tension. This not only eases physical discomfort, but also creates space for emotional release, as pain often carries with it layers of unspoken frustration or sadness. Incorporating touch into your daily routine doesn't require formal training or complex methods. For example, taking a moment to massage your hands or feet after a long day can help release tension accumulated from daily activities. Paying attention to how your body responds to different types of touch, whether it's light pressure, gentle strokes, or stillness, helps you understand what brings the most relief and comfort. Healing touch isn't limited to self-application. It can also strengthen connections with others. When offered with care and consent, touch becomes a way to communicate support and empathy. A comforting hand on a loved one's back or a gentle squeeze of their hand can convey understanding and compassion in ways that words often cannot. These small acts of kindness create bonds that foster emotional healing for both the giver and receiver. Touch has a profound impact on the nervous system. Studies have shown that conscious, gentle touch can lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress, and increase oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This hormonal shift fosters feelings of trust, safety, and connection, creating a state of relaxation that supports the body's natural healing processes. It's a reminder that touch isn't just about physical contact, but about nurturing a sense of well-being. For those navigating grief or emotional pain, healing touch offers a way to process and release these feelings. By placing a hand on the heart or gently massaging the temples, you create space for emotions to surface without judgment. This practice encourages you to sit with what you feel, allowing healing to unfold naturally. Touch becomes a companion in moments of difficulty, a reminder that you are not alone in your experience. Touch can also be integrated into mindfulness practices, enhancing their effectiveness. For example, combining touch with a body scan meditation allows you to deepen your awareness of each part of your body. Placing a hand on areas where you feel tension or discomfort as you move through the scan creates a sense of presence and care. This combination of touch and mindfulness amplifies the benefits of both practices, fostering a deeper connection to your body and its needs. Healing touch extends beyond the physical and emotional. It also holds spiritual significance for many. In Buddhist traditions, touch is often used as a means of transmitting energy or blessings, a way to connect with the divine within and around us. While this aspect may not resonate with everyone, the underlying principle remains universal. Touch carries intention, and when offered with care, it becomes a powerful tool for connection and healing. One of the unique aspects of touch is its adaptability. It can be as simple or as intricate as you choose. For some, it may involve a brief moment of placing a hand on the heart. For others, it could mean engaging in more structured practices like acupressure or Reiki. Regardless of the method, the key is intention, being fully present with the act of touch and the energy it conveys. Healing touch reminds us of the importance of slowing down. In a world that often prioritizes doing over being, taking the time to offer yourself or another person the gift of conscious touch feels like a radical act of care. It's a way of reclaiming moments of stillness and connection, of saying, "This moment matters, and so do you." This perspective transforms touch from a routine action into a meaningful practice. For individuals experiencing chronic stress or trauma, healing touch can be a valuable part of their recovery. Trauma often leaves the body feeling unsafe, disconnected, or numb. Gentle, intentional touch can help rebuild a sense of safety, grounding the person in the present moment and reminding them that their body is a place of strength and resilience. This process takes time and requires sensitivity, but its effects can be profound. As with any healing practice, consistency is key. Integrating touch into your daily life, even in small ways, builds a foundation of care and connection that supports long-term well-being. Whether it's massaging your temples during a headache, holding your hands in a moment of stress, or offering a loved one a comforting hug, these small gestures add up, creating a ripple effect of healing that extends beyond the immediate moment. Healing touch is not about fixing or solving, but about being present. It's about acknowledging what is and offering care without judgment or expectation. This approach fosters a sense of acceptance, both for yourself and others, that is deeply restorative. It's a practice that reminds you of the power of human connection to your own body, to your emotions, and to the people around you. Through healing touch, you discover that the act of caring doesn't have to be grand or complicated. Sometimes, it's as simple as placing a hand on your heart, taking a deep breath, and allowing yourself to feel supported. This practice invites you to reconnect with yourself in a way that is gentle, kind, and profoundly healing, creating a space where relaxation and renewal can thrive. Healing touch reminds us of the profound connection between the body and emotions, showing how a simple act of care can soothe physical tension and nurture the spirit. Yet, as we journey deeper into healing, another layer emerges, one that calls for connection not just to the body, but to the heart. Compassion meditation, often called loving kindness meditation, invites us to embrace a broader, more transformative kind of healing. This practice opens the heart, allowing kindness to flow inward to ourselves and outward to others, dissolving the walls built by pain and cultivating a profound sense of peace and connection. Compassion meditation begins with a focus on yourself. It may feel counterintuitive to start here, especially if self-criticism or guilt has become second nature. Yet, the practice recognizes a simple truth. You cannot truly offer compassion to others until you have learned to give it to yourself. It starts with extending kindness inward, offering words of care as if you were speaking to a dear friend. Phrases such as, "May I be safe," "May I be happy," and "May I live with ease," create a foundation of self-acceptance and love. Repeating these phrases with sincerity shifts your internal dialogue, softening the harsh voice of self-judgment and replacing it with understanding. As you continue, the practice expands to include others. First, those who are close to you, people you care for deeply. Then, it grows to include acquaintances, strangers, and even those with whom you have conflict. This gradual expansion mirrors the natural flow of compassion, starting where it feels strongest and slowly extending to encompass all beings. With each step, you repeat phrases of kindness, offering the same wishes for their well-being that you began with yourself. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. These words, simple yet profound, cultivate a sense of connection that transcends barriers of distance, difference, or past grievances. The transformative power of compassion meditation lies in its ability to reshape how you see yourself and the world. When practiced regularly, it rewires the brain, increasing activity in areas associated with empathy and emotional regulation. Studies have shown that compassion meditation can reduce stress, anxiety, and depression, while also enhancing feelings of gratitude and connection. By focusing on the well-being of others, you create space to step outside the confines of your own struggles, gaining perspective and a sense of shared humanity. One of the profound lessons of compassion meditation is its reminder that kindness is not a limited resource. The more you offer it, the more it grows. This practice challenges the belief that showing compassion requires you to sacrifice or deplete yourself. Instead, it reveals that the act of giving kindness often replenishes the giver, creating a cycle of care that benefits everyone involved. As you offer kind thoughts to others, you feel your own heart soften, your own spirit lifted. Compassion meditation is not about erasing anger, frustration, or pain. These emotions are natural and valid. Instead, the practice teaches you to hold space for them without letting them consume you. By fostering compassion, you begin to see these emotions as part of a larger picture, temporary states that coexist with the deeper, more enduring capacity for love and kindness. This perspective allows you to navigate challenges with greater patience and understanding, both for yourself and others. This practice also deepens your capacity for forgiveness. It's not about condoning harmful actions, but about freeing yourself from the weight of resentment. By offering compassion to those who have hurt you, you acknowledge their humanity without excusing their behavior. This act of letting go creates space for healing, breaking the cycle of anger and pain that keeps you tied to the past. Forgiveness, as compassion meditation teaches, is not a gift you give to others. It's a gift you give to yourself. The simplicity of compassion meditation makes it accessible to everyone, regardless of experience or background. You don't need a quiet room or long stretches of time. It can be practiced anywhere, whether sitting in stillness, walking through nature, or even during mundane tasks like washing dishes. The key is intention, focusing your thoughts on kindness and connection, allowing these feelings to grow naturally with each repetition of the phrases. Compassion. Meditation also nurtures resilience. Life is filled with moments of pain, disappointment, and struggle. Through this practice, you cultivate an inner strength that allows you to face these challenges with grace. Compassion becomes a shield, not in the sense of blocking pain, but in providing a steady anchor that keeps you grounded and open, even in the face of difficulty. This resilience extends beyond yourself, enabling you to support others in their struggles without being overwhelmed. The practice offers a profound sense of interconnectedness. As you extend kindness to others, you begin to recognize the threads that bind all beings, the shared desire for happiness, the common experience of suffering. This awareness fosters a sense of unity, breaking down the illusion of separation that often fuels fear or judgment. Compassion meditation reminds you that, beneath the surface, we are all more alike than different. Compassion. Meditation can also be a tool for addressing self-doubt. When negative thoughts arise, the practice provides an alternative narrative, one rooted in care rather than criticism. By repeating phrases of kindness, you shift your focus from what you perceive as flaws to the inherent worthiness of being human. This shift transforms how you relate to yourself, replacing self-doubt with a foundation of self-respect and love. For those experiencing grief or loss, compassion meditation offers a gentle way to process these emotions. By directing kindness inward and outward, you create space for both mourning and healing. The practice doesn't seek to erase grief, but to hold it with tenderness, allowing you to move through it without being consumed. It becomes a way to honor both your pain and your capacity for resilience. Compassion meditation also strengthens relationships. As you practice, you become more attuned to the needs and feelings of those around you. This heightened awareness fosters empathy, deepening connections, and creating opportunities for meaningful interactions. The act of wishing well for others, even silently, can transform how you approach conflicts, misunderstandings, or everyday exchanges, bringing a sense of harmony and mutual respect. The ripple effects of compassion. Meditation extend far beyond your personal experience. When you cultivate kindness, it influences how you show up in the world, how you interact with others, how you respond to challenges, and how you contribute to your community. This ripple effect creates a larger wave of compassion, inspiring those around you to act with greater kindness and understanding. The beauty of compassion meditation lies in its adaptability. It's not a rigid practice, but one that evolves with you. Some days, it may feel easy to offer kindness. Other days, it may feel like a struggle. Both experiences are valid and valuable. The key is consistency, showing up for the practice even when it feels difficult, trusting that each repetition of kindness strengthens your capacity for love and connection. As you continue to explore compassion meditation, you may notice subtle but profound shifts. Your heart feels lighter, your mind more at ease, and your relationships more fulfilling. This practice becomes a refuge, a place to return to whenever life feels overwhelming or unkind. It's a reminder that compassion is not just something you offer, it's something you embody, a way of being that transforms not only how you see others, but how you see yourself. Compassion. Meditation opens the heart and creates a space where kindness can heal both emotional wounds and relationships. Yet, healing often requires more than reaching outward or inward emotionally. It also calls for a deep connection with the physical self. This connection is what makes the practice of body scan meditation so transformative. The body holds stories, memories of tension, signals of stress, and whispers of imbalance that often go unnoticed. By gently guiding your awareness through different parts of the body, this practice helps you release what has been stored, bringing a sense of ease and mindfulness that integrates mind and body. Body scan meditation begins with a deliberate pause, creating space to turn your focus inward. This pause is not about doing, but about being, allowing yourself to notice without judgment what is happening within. As you guide your attention from one area of the body to the next, you begin to uncover layers of sensation, some subtle and others more pronounced. This awareness is the foundation of the practice. It's not about changing anything or forcing relaxation, but about acknowledging and accepting what is present. The body often speaks in whispers, signaling tension or discomfort before it escalates into pain or fatigue. Body scan meditation teaches you to listen to these whispers, to tune in before the signals become too loud to ignore. This awareness helps you identify areas of tightness or stress and invites you to soften them through focused attention. For example, noticing tension in your shoulders might prompt you to release the subtle clench you weren't even aware you were holding. Guiding your awareness through the body also deepens your connection to the present moment. Each sensation, whether it's the warmth of your hands, the weight of your legs, or the rhythm of your breath, anchors you in the here and now. This focus quiets the mind's chatter, offering relief from the endless cycle of worries and distractions. The simplicity of noticing what is, without the need to fix or judge, creates a profound sense of peace. Body scan meditation is also a powerful tool for releasing stored emotions. The body often holds what the mind cannot process, whether it's the tightness in your chest after a stressful day or the heaviness in your stomach after a difficult conversation. By bringing gentle attention to these areas, you create space for these emotions to surface and dissipate. This release is not forced, but natural, as though the act of noticing allows the body to let go of what it no longer needs. The practice fosters a sense of gratitude for the body. As you move your awareness from head to toe, you begin to appreciate the intricate systems that keep you alive, the steady beat of your heart, the rise and fall of your breath, the strength of your legs. This gratitude transforms how you view your body, shifting from a place of criticism or neglect to one of care and respect. Each part of the body, no matter how overlooked, becomes a source of wonder. Body scan meditation is also deeply grounding. In moments of overwhelm or anxiety, it provides a way to reconnect with your physical self, reminding you that you are here, in this moment, and that you are safe. This grounding effect can be particularly helpful for those experiencing stress, as it draws attention away from spiraling thoughts and back to the tangible sensations of the body. The benefits of this practice extend beyond relaxation. Regular body scans enhance your awareness of physical sensations, helping you recognize patterns that may contribute to discomfort or imbalance. For instance, noticing that you consistently hold tension in your jaw can prompt you to address underlying stresses or develop habits to relax this area throughout the day. This awareness becomes a form of self-care, empowering you to respond to your body's needs with kindness and intention. Body scan meditation also strengthens your ability to focus. By directing your attention to specific areas of the body, you train your mind to stay present with a single point of focus. This practice builds mental clarity and resilience, skills that extend into other areas of life. Over time, you may find it easier to concentrate at work, remain present in conversations, and approach challenges with a calm, steady mind. For those navigating physical pain or chronic conditions, body scan meditation offers a way to relate to discomfort with curiosity rather than resistance. Instead of tensing against the pain, the practice invites you to observe it with a sense of openness. This shift in perspective often reduces the intensity of pain, as resistance and fear are replaced with acceptance. While the pain itself may not disappear, your relationship with it changes, allowing you to find moments of ease even in challenging circumstances. The practice is also a valuable tool for improving sleep. By scanning the body before bed, you signal to the nervous system that it's time to relax and unwind. Focusing on the sensations of the body helps quiet a restless mind, creating the conditions for deeper, more restorative sleep. This is particularly helpful for those who struggle with racing thoughts or tension that prevents them from fully letting go at the end of the day. Incorporating body scan meditation into your routine doesn't require a significant time commitment. Even a few minutes of focused attention can create noticeable shifts. The practice is versatile, allowing you to adjust its length and focus based on your needs. You might choose a full body scan that takes 20 minutes, or a shorter practice that focuses on specific areas of tension. The key is consistency, as regular practice deepens its benefits over time. Body scan meditation also enhances your relationship with mindfulness. It teaches you to approach sensations with curiosity and acceptance, qualities that naturally extend to your thoughts and emotions. This approach creates a ripple effect, transforming how you navigate stress, relationships, and daily challenges. By cultivating mindfulness through the body, you create a foundation for greater presence and peace in all areas of life. For those recovering from trauma, body scan meditation can be a gentle way to rebuild trust in the body. Trauma often leaves the body feeling unsafe or disconnected, as though it's a source of pain rather than comfort. By bringing attention to the body in small, manageable steps, the practice helps rebuild this connection, creating a sense of safety and grounding. This process requires patience and sensitivity, but can be deeply healing over time. As you continue to explore body scan meditation, you may notice subtle shifts in how you experience the world. Colors seem brighter, sounds clearer, and sensations more vivid. This heightened awareness brings a sense of aliveness to everyday moments, transforming even mundane activities into opportunities for connection and presence. The practice reminds you that mindfulness is not about adding anything new, but about noticing what is already there. Body scan meditation is not about perfection. Some days your mind will wander, or you may struggle to stay present with certain sensations. These moments are not failures, but opportunities to practice compassion for yourself and for the process. Each time you return your focus, no matter how many times it drifts, you strengthen your ability to stay present. This gentle persistence is what makes the practice so powerful. The beauty of body scan meditation lies in its simplicity. It requires no special tools, no specific setting, only your willingness to pause and tune in. This accessibility makes it a practice you can carry with you anywhere, whether you're at home, at work, or in nature. It becomes a constant companion, a way to reconnect with yourself whenever you need it. Through body scan meditation, you discover that the body is not just a vessel, but a source of wisdom and healing. Each sensation, each breath, each moment of awareness brings you closer to a sense of wholeness. This practice teaches you to listen to your body with kindness, to respond to its needs with care, and to honor the connection between mind, body, and spirit. In this way, body scan meditation becomes more than a practice. It becomes a way of living, a path to greater mindfulness, and a gateway to inner peace. Body scan meditation reveals the wisdom held within, guiding you to connect with your body and the present moment in a profound way. But mindfulness doesn't need to remain stationary. It can move, it can flow, and it can walk with you. Walking meditation is a practice that brings awareness to each step, grounding you in motion and creating a harmonious connection between your body, mind, and the world around you. It transforms a simple act, walking, into a journey of calm and clarity. Walking meditation begins with a deliberate slowing down. Unlike the hurried strides of daily life, this practice invites you to walk with purpose and intention. It's not about reaching a destination, but about being present with each step. With this shift in focus, walking becomes more than transportation. It becomes an act of mindfulness. Each step becomes an anchor, a reminder to stay in the moment and let the mind settle into the rhythm of the body. The first element of walking meditation is awareness of the feet. Feel the contact between your feet and the ground, the heel touching first, then the ball of the foot, and finally the toes. Notice the way your weight shifts from one foot to the other. These sensations, often overlooked in everyday life, become a rich source of connection. This attention to detail grounds you, pulling your mind away from distractions and anchoring it in the physical act of walking. Walking meditation also draws attention to the breath. As your steps fall into a natural rhythm, your breath syncs with the motion. Inhale as one foot rises. Exhale as the other lands. This synchronization creates a sense of harmony, weaving together movement and breath in a way that feels effortless. The breath becomes a companion, steady and constant, guiding you through the practice and enhancing your sense of presence. This practice is deeply calming for the mind. Walking slowly and attentively helps to quiet the endless chatter of thoughts. With each step, you bring your focus back to the movement, redirecting your attention from worries or distractions to the simplicity of the present moment. This consistent redirection is not only soothing, but also strengthens your ability to focus and remain mindful throughout the day. Walking meditation is not confined to any particular environment. It can be practiced indoors or outdoors, on a quiet path or a bustling street. What matters is your intention to be fully present. In nature, the practice becomes even more enriching as you integrate the sensory experiences around you. The sound of birdsong, the feel of a breeze, or the sight of sunlight filtering through leaves. These natural elements enhance the meditation, grounding you further and creating a deeper connection to the world. This practice also nurtures Gratitude. Each step becomes an opportunity to appreciate your body's ability to move, your breath's ability to sustain you, and the earth's ability to support you. Gratitude naturally arises as you walk, transforming the experience from a simple activity into a moment of deep appreciation. This shift in perspective carries over into other aspects of life, fostering a mindset of thankfulness and contentment. Walking meditation has a profound effect on stress and anxiety. By focusing on the rhythm of your steps and the sensations in your body, you create a break from the mental loops that often accompany stress. This pause allows your nervous system to shift from a state of tension to one of relaxation. The practice reminds you that, even in moments of overwhelm, you can find calmness through mindful movement. This form of meditation is also deeply grounding. The physical act of walking, combined with focused attention, creates a sense of stability and connection to the earth. This grounding effect is particularly helpful during times of uncertainty or emotional turbulence. It's a reminder that, no matter what is happening around you, you can find a sense of balance by returning to your body and the act of walking. Walking meditation also enhances your awareness of posture. By slowing down and focusing on the alignment of your body, you can notice and adjust areas of tension or imbalance. Perhaps your shoulders are hunched or your steps feel heavy. As you bring awareness to these areas, you can gently adjust, allowing your body to move more freely and with greater ease. This attention to posture not only improves your physical comfort, but also fosters a sense of dignity and confidence in your movement. This practice is an invitation to connect with yourself in a way that is both gentle and profound. Each step becomes an opportunity to check in with your body, to notice how you're feeling, and to offer yourself care. If you're carrying tension, walking meditation allows you to release it gradually. If you're feeling disconnected, it helps you find your way back to presence. It's a practice of self-compassion as much as it is a practice of mindfulness. Walking meditation is also a practice of patience. In a world that often values speed and efficiency, walking slowly and deliberately can feel counterintuitive. Yet, this slowness is where the practice finds its strength. It teaches you to savor each step, to let go of the urge to rush, and to trust in the process. This patience extends beyond the practice itself, influencing how you approach challenges, relationships, and daily tasks. This form of meditation also cultivates curiosity. As you walk, you begin to notice details that might otherwise go unnoticed. The texture of the ground beneath your feet, the subtle shift in your balance, the interplay of light and shadow around you. These observations bring a sense of wonder to the practice, reminding you of the richness that exists in every moment when you're fully present. Walking meditation can also be a form of emotional processing. The steady rhythm of walking creates a container for emotions to surface and be acknowledged. Whether you're feeling joy, sadness, anger, or gratitude, the act of walking gives you space to sit with those feelings without being overwhelmed. The movement itself becomes a way of releasing emotions, allowing them to flow through you and dissipate naturally. The practice is accessible to everyone, regardless of physical ability or experience with meditation. It requires no special equipment or setting, only a willingness to slow down and pay attention. Even a short walk can be transformed into a mindful practice, offering a sense of calm and clarity that lasts well beyond the final step. Walking meditation also fosters a sense of connection, not just to yourself, but to the world around you. As you walk with awareness, you become more attuned to your environment. You notice the interconnectedness of life, the way your breath blends with the air, the way your steps leave a mark on the earth. This sense of connection creates a feeling of belonging, reminding you that you are part of something larger. This practice offers a balance between stillness and movement. While traditional seated meditation invites you to be still, walking meditation allows you to bring that same mindfulness into motion. It bridges the gap between meditation and daily life, showing you that mindfulness is not confined to quiet moments, but can be carried with you wherever you go. As you continue to explore walking meditation, you may find that it transforms how you approach walking in general. What was once a means to an end becomes a meaningful practice in itself. Each step becomes a reminder to slow down, to be present, and to honor the connection between body, mind, and the world. Walking meditation is more than a practice. It's a journey, one that leads you not to a destination, but to a deeper understanding of yourself and the present moment. Walking meditation guides us to find harmony in movement, to connect with the ground beneath us and the present moment. But there's another step inward, one that doesn't rely on movement, but on the quiet power of appreciation. Gratitude reflection takes us further into mindfulness, showing how a focus on what we already have can shift perspectives, calm the mind, and open the heart. Gratitude is not just about listing things to be thankful for. It's about feeling the depth of appreciation in every fiber of your being and allowing that feeling to transform your outlook on life. Gratitude is a powerful tool that transforms the ordinary into something extraordinary. It changes the way you see your day, helping you notice moments of beauty or kindness that might otherwise go unnoticed. When practiced intentionally, gratitude reflection cultivates a mindset that focuses less on what's missing and more on what's already present. This subtle shift creates space for joy and contentment to flourish, even in the midst of challenges. The practice begins with something as simple as a pause. In the quiet moments of the day, reflect on something you are grateful for, something small, like the comfort of a warm cup of tea, or something larger, like the support of a loved one. The key is to go beyond the surface acknowledgement and feel the gratitude deeply. How does this thing or person make your life richer? What would life feel like without it? These questions guide you to truly appreciate what you have. Gratitude reflection also helps to reframe challenges. Life is rarely without difficulties, but within those moments, there are often hidden lessons or opportunities for growth. By reflecting on what a challenge has taught you or how it has shaped you, you begin to see it through a different lens. This doesn't mean denying pain or frustration, but recognizing that even in struggle, there can be something to appreciate. Gratitude for resilience, for the strength to keep going, becomes a transformative force. The practice encourages you to slow down and take stock of the present. Gratitude is inherently tied to mindfulness, as it requires you to be aware of what is happening in the here and now. Instead of rushing past moments of joy or brushing aside acts of kindness, you begin to pause and fully absorb them. This presence deepens the sense of gratitude, turning fleeting moments into lasting impressions. Gratitude reflection also strengthens your connection to others. When you take time to appreciate the people in your life, their support, their kindness, their presence, you cultivate a deeper bond with them. Expressing this gratitude, whether through a kind word, a note, or simply your actions, reinforces those relationships. Gratitude becomes a way to nurture and sustain the connections that matter most to you. On a personal level, gratitude shifts the narrative you tell yourself about your life. It's easy to get caught up in what's wrong or what's missing, but gratitude redirects your focus to what is working, to what is good. This shift doesn't ignore problems, but balances them with the recognition of blessings. Over time, this rewiring of thought patterns creates a more positive and resilient mindset. Practicing gratitude daily has tangible benefits for emotional well-being. Research has shown that consistent gratitude practice can lower stress, reduce symptoms of depression, and increase feelings of happiness. By focusing on what you're grateful for, you naturally redirect your energy away from negativity, creating a more uplifting emotional state. This improved mood then radiates outward, influencing how you interact with the world. Gratitude also fosters humility and perspective. When you reflect on what you're grateful for, you begin to see how much of your life is shaped by factors outside your control. Kindness from others, opportunities that arose unexpectedly, or even the beauty of nature. This awareness reminds you that life is interconnected, that your joys and successes are not yours alone, but part of a larger web of support and serendipity. The practice of gratitude reflection can take many forms. Journaling is a common method, where you write down a few things you're grateful for each day. This written practice creates a record you can revisit, especially during difficult times, as a reminder of the positive aspects of your life. Alternatively, you can simply spend a few moments in quiet reflection, letting thoughts of gratitude wash over you. Gratitude can also be integrated into your daily routines. As you wake up in the morning, take a moment to appreciate the start of a new day. Before a meal, reflect on the effort and care that went into the food in front of you. At the end of the day, think back on moments that brought you joy or comfort. These small pauses infuse your day with mindfulness and appreciation. One of the most transformative aspects of gratitude is its ability to shift your focus outward. While it starts with reflecting on your own life, gratitude naturally expands to include others. It encourages you to notice the good in those around you, to see their efforts and contributions. This outward focus strengthens empathy and fosters a greater sense of connection and compassion. Gratitude reflection is also a practice of abundance. It reminds you that there is always something to be thankful for, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. A bird's song, the warmth of the sun, a kind smile from a stranger. All of these can become sources of gratitude when you cultivate the habit of noticing. This focus on abundance counters the scarcity mindset that often drives stress and dissatisfaction. The practice has a cumulative effect. The more you engage in gratitude reflection, the more attuned you become to the positive aspects of your life. This heightened awareness creates a feedback loop, where noticing one thing to be grateful for leads to noticing another and another. Over time, gratitude becomes a natural lens through which you view the world, enhancing your overall sense of well-being. Gratitude is also a profound teacher. It shows you the richness of the present moment, the value of relationships, and the beauty of life's simple pleasures. It teaches you to let go of comparison and to find joy in what is, rather than what could or should be. This perspective is liberating, freeing you from the constant striving and dissatisfaction that so often accompany modern life. Even during times of pain or loss, gratitude offers a path to healing. Reflecting on what remains, on the support you've received, or on the strength you've found within yourself, helps to balance grief with appreciation. Gratitude doesn't erase hardship, but provides a counterweight, a reminder that even in darkness, there is light. As you deepen your gratitude practice, You may find it influencing not only how you feel, but also how you act. Gratitude inspires generosity, kindness, and a desire to give back. When you recognize the gifts in your life, you naturally want to share that abundance with others, creating a ripple effect that spreads positivity and connection. Gratitude reflection is not about denying difficulties or forcing positivity. It's about choosing to focus on what uplifts and sustains you, even in the face of challenges. It's about acknowledging the full spectrum of life while leaning into the aspects that bring joy, comfort, and meaning. Through this practice, you discover that gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, but a way of being, a foundation for a life of mindfulness, resilience, and peace. Gratitude reflection reveals the richness already present in life, anchoring us in appreciation and fostering a sense of inner abundance. This practice roots us deeply in the moment, but there is another path that elevates the spirit, steadies the mind, and harmonizes the heart: chanting and mantras. These ancient practices, steeped in tradition, serve as a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms, offering a way to focus the mind, uplift the spirit, and awaken healing energy within. Chanting is a rhythmic repetition of sacred sounds or phrases. It creates vibrations that resonate not only in the body, but also in the mind, aligning you with a state of calm and clarity. Each syllable carries meaning, and the act of vocalizing it brings an intentional focus that quiets mental noise. When you chant, your breath aligns with the rhythm, grounding you in a steady flow. This synchronization between breath, voice, and thought creates a meditative state, allowing the mind to rest from its usual busyness. The repetition of a mantra, whether spoken, whispered, or internal, focuses your attention on a single point, filtering out distractions. This concentrated effort cultivates mindfulness, training the mind to return to the present moment. Over time, the mantra becomes a part of you, its rhythm echoing in your thoughts even outside of meditation. This persistent focus builds resilience against stress, creating a steady foundation for emotional balance. Mantras also serve as powerful tools for intention. Each mantra carries specific vibrations and meanings, chosen to align with a particular purpose. For instance, the well-known mantra Om Mani Padme Hum is associated with compassion, invoking qualities of love and kindness. Chanting such a mantra not only focuses the mind, but also sets an emotional tone, inviting these qualities into your life. This intentionality deepens the practice, transforming it from a mechanical repetition to a meaningful ritual. The physical act of chanting stimulates the body in profound ways. The vibrations created by the voice resonate through the chest, throat, and head, creating a calming effect on the nervous system. These vibrations also activate the vagus nerve, which plays a crucial role in regulating stress and promoting relaxation. Chanting becomes a physical and mental practice, harmonizing the body and mind in a way that feels deeply restorative. Mantras often use simple yet profound phrases. Their brevity allows you to focus fully on the sound and meaning without becoming overwhelmed. This simplicity is one of their strengths. It strips away complexity and brings you back to the essence of the practice. The repetition of these phrases creates a rhythm that soothes the mind, much like the gentle lapping of waves on a shore. The benefits of chanting extend beyond the individual. When practiced in a group, chanting creates a shared energy that amplifies its effects. The collective vibrations resonate throughout the space, creating a sense of unity and connection. This shared experience fosters a feeling of belonging, reminding you that you are part of something greater. The power of community, combined with the meditative nature of chanting, creates an environment where healing and transformation feel accessible and immediate. Chanting also taps into the body's natural ability to heal. The repetitive nature of the practice creates a meditative rhythm that slows the heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and reduces cortisol levels. This physiological response mirrors the calming effect on the mind, creating a holistic sense of well-being. These benefits are not confined to the moment of chanting, but ripple outward, influencing your mood, energy, and interactions throughout the day. In addition to spoken chants, silent repetition of mantras can be equally powerful. Internal chanting focuses the mind with the same clarity, creating a quiet sanctuary within. This practice can be particularly useful in situations where vocalizing is not possible, allowing you to draw on the grounding effects of mantras anytime, anywhere. The silent repetition becomes a mental refuge, a way to center yourself, even amidst chaos. The vibrational quality of mantras is believed to resonate with the energy centers of the body, known as chakras. Specific mantras are associated with particular chakras, helping to balance and energize these centers. For instance, chanting Om is often linked to the crown chakra, fostering a sense of connection to higher consciousness. This alignment of energy centers deepens the healing potential of the practice, addressing not just the mind, but also the subtle energy body. Chanting also creates a sense of ritual, a sacred space in the flow of daily life. This ritualistic aspect imbues the practice with meaning, marking it as a time to step away from the ordinary and connect with something greater. Whether you chant alone or in a group, the act of setting aside this time reinforces its importance, making it a cornerstone of your spiritual or mindfulness practice. The practice of chanting and mantras transcends language and culture. While rooted in traditions like Buddhism, these practices are accessible to anyone, regardless of background. The sounds themselves carry the essence of the practice, their vibrations resonating beyond the confines of meaning or translation. This universality makes chanting a bridge that connects people to their own inner peace, no matter where they come from or what they believe. One of the transformative aspects of chanting is its ability to dissolve the boundaries of self. As you lose yourself in the rhythm and sound, the distinctions between you and the world around you begin to blur. This dissolution fosters a sense of unity, a reminder that you are part of a larger whole. This feeling of interconnectedness is not just comforting, but deeply healing, addressing the isolation and fragmentation that so often accompany modern life. Chanting is also a practice of perseverance. At first, the repetition may feel awkward or forced, but with time, it becomes natural, even effortless. This persistence mirrors the journey of life, teaching you to stay present and engaged, even when things feel difficult. The practice becomes a metaphor for resilience, a reminder that growth often requires patience and dedication. For those new to chanting, starting with a single mantra can be a gentle introduction. Repeating it slowly, focusing on the sound and rhythm, allows you to become familiar with the practice without feeling overwhelmed. As you grow more comfortable, you can explore different mantras, discovering which resonate most deeply with you. This exploration makes the practice deeply personal, tailored to your unique journey and needs. Over time, chanting and mantras become more than a practice. They become a state of being. The qualities they invoke, peace, compassion, resilience, begin to permeate your thoughts, words, and actions. The vibrations of the mantras linger, shaping how you move through the world, and interact with others. This integration of the practice into daily life is where its true power lies, creating a lasting impact that extends far beyond the moments of chanting. The simplicity of chanting makes it accessible, yet its effects are profound. Whether you use it to focus the mind, uplift the spirit, or generate healing energy, the practice offers a path to deeper connection and balance. Through chanting and mantras, you discover that the power of sound is not just external, but internal, resonating in the deepest parts of your being and awakening the peace and strength already within you. Chanting and mantras resonate deeply, creating harmony and opening pathways to calm the mind and uplift the spirit. Yet, after the rhythm and sound fade, there exists a profound space where silence takes over. This silence is not empty. It is filled with presence and potential. Intentional silence invites you to rest in this stillness, offering a sanctuary for the mind and soul. In a world dominated by noise and constant stimulation, the practice of silence becomes a rare and transformative gift. Intentional silence is not about the absence of sound, but about the presence of awareness. It is a conscious decision to step away from the noise, both external and internal, to create a space where clarity can emerge. Silence becomes a mirror, reflecting your thoughts, emotions, and patterns back to you without judgment. This reflection fosters a level of self-awareness that is difficult to achieve amidst the distractions of daily life. The practice of silence begins with carving out moments of stillness. These moments don't have to be long. Even a few minutes can create a significant shift. In this time, you refrain from speaking, from engaging with screens, or from filling the air with music or other sounds. This simplicity allows your senses to rest, creating a space where the mind can settle and the heart can open. Silence has a profound impact on mental clarity. The mind, often cluttered with thoughts and worries, finds a chance to declutter when given the opportunity to pause. In silence, thoughts that usually rush past are allowed to unfold and dissipate naturally. This process is not about suppressing thoughts, but about letting them flow without interference, like clouds passing through an open sky. Over time, this practice reduces mental noise, creating a clear and more focused state of mind. The power of silence extends to the body as well. In stillness, the nervous system begins to shift from a state of stress to one of relaxation. The absence of constant stimulation gives your body permission to rest and reset. This physiological response supports healing, reduces tension, and promotes overall well-being. Silence in this way becomes a form of self-care, nurturing both mind and body. Silence also enhances your ability to listen, not just to others, but to yourself. In the quiet, you can hear the subtle whispers of your intuition, the quiet truths that often go unnoticed amidst the noise. This deep listening fosters a sense of alignment, helping you to make decisions and take actions that are true to your inner values and desires. It becomes a practice of tuning in to the wisdom within. In relationships, intentional silence can create space for deeper connection. Pausing before responding allows you to consider your words, ensuring they come from a place of understanding rather than reaction. This pause fosters mindful communication, reducing misunderstandings and enhancing empathy. Silence, in this way, becomes a bridge rather than a barrier, creating moments of connection that are rooted in presence and authenticity. Silence is also a teacher of patience. In a culture that often prioritizes instant gratification, choosing to sit in stillness can feel counterintuitive. Yet, it is in these moments of waiting of being with what is, that patience is cultivated. This patience extends beyond the practice itself, influencing how you approach challenges and uncertainties in daily life. Silence teaches you to trust the process, to allow things to unfold in their own time. Incorporating silence into your day doesn't require grand changes. It can be as simple as starting your morning with a few moments of stillness before reaching for your phone, or ending your day with quiet reflection before sleep. These small practices create anchors of calmness that ground you amidst the busyness of life. Over time, they accumulate, weaving a thread of peace through your day. The practice of silence also nurtures creativity. In the quiet, your mind is free to wander, to explore ideas and possibilities without distraction. This openness allows creativity to flow naturally, whether in the form of new ideas, solutions to problems, or artistic inspiration. Silence becomes a fertile ground where the seeds of creativity can take root and grow. Silence is not always comfortable. At first, it may bring up feelings of restlessness or discomfort as you face the thoughts and emotions you've been avoiding. Yet, this discomfort is where the practice holds its power. By sitting with these feelings rather than running from them, you create space for healing and understanding. Over time, the discomfort fades, replaced by a sense of peace and acceptance. In silence, you also reconnect with the present moment. Without the distractions of noise or activity, you become more aware of the here and now, the sound of your breath, the rhythm of your heartbeat, the sensations in your body. All these come into focus, grounding you in the experience of being alive. This presence fosters gratitude as you begin to notice the beauty and richness of each moment. Intentional silence also strengthens your relationship with mindfulness. It teaches you to observe without judgment, to sit with what is rather than trying to change it. This observation deepens your understanding of yourself, revealing patterns and habits that may no longer serve you. Silence becomes a tool for self-inquiry, a way to explore and transform your inner world. Silence has the unique ability to create space for both stillness and growth. In the quiet, you can rest, recharge, and reflect, but you can also discover new insights and directions. This dual nature makes it a versatile practice, one that supports both rest and action. It becomes a foundation from which you can navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. The practice of silence also fosters humility. In the quiet, you become aware of the vastness of the world and your place within it. This awareness is not about feeling small, but about recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. Silence reminds you that there is wisdom beyond words, that some truths are best felt rather than spoken. This humility opens your heart to wonder and awe. For those experiencing overwhelm or burnout, silence offers a sanctuary. It provides a space to step away from demands and expectations, allowing you to recharge and realign. In the quiet, you can reconnect with what truly matters, letting go of what no longer serves you. Silence becomes a balm for the soul, soothing and restoring your sense of balance. Over time, intentional silence transforms how you approach life. It teaches you to value presence over productivity, to find richness in simplicity, and to trust in the power of being rather than always doing. This shift creates a foundation of peace and resilience that supports you in all areas of life. The beauty of silence lies in its accessibility. It requires no tools, no special settings, only a willingness to pause and listen. Whether you find your silence in the stillness of nature, the quiet of a room, or the space between breaths. It becomes a practice you can carry with you wherever you go. Through intentional silence, you discover that the greatest insights often arise not from what is said, but from what is felt and experienced in the quiet. Silence creates a profound space where thoughts can settle, emotions can surface, and clarity can emerge. In the quiet, truths about your inner world begin to unfold. But what happens when those truths feel heavy, tangled, or difficult to understand? Writing becomes the next step, a way to bring structure to what feels chaotic, a method to transform emotions into something tangible. Journaling for emotional release offers a pathway to clarity, helping you unburden your heart and mind while creating space for healing and self-discovery. Journaling is a safe and private refuge. It invites you to express thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or misunderstanding. The page becomes a trusted companion, holding whatever you choose to share, whether it's anger, sadness, joy, or confusion. This freedom allows you to explore your emotions openly and honestly, uncovering layers of understanding that might otherwise remain hidden. Writing creates order from chaos. When emotions feel overwhelming, they often swirl in your mind, overlapping and intensifying. Journaling offers a way to untangle these feelings, to break them into manageable pieces. As you write, you give form to what was once formless, allowing you to see your thoughts more clearly. This clarity can be deeply therapeutic, reducing the weight of emotional burdens and providing a sense of relief. The process of writing also slows the mind. Unlike speaking or thinking, which often move quickly, journaling requires you to articulate your thoughts deliberately. This slower pace creates an opportunity for reflection, allowing you to sit with your emotions and understand them more deeply. Writing becomes not just an act of expression, but also a tool for introspection, helping you connect with the root of your feelings. Journaling can transform pain into growth. By putting your experiences into words, you create a narrative that helps you make sense of what you've been through. This storytelling process allows you to reframe challenges, seeing them not just as sources of pain, but as opportunities for learning and resilience. The act of writing gives you agency over your story, empowering you to shape it in a way that supports your healing. One of the most powerful aspects of journaling is its ability to release what no longer serves you. Emotions like anger, guilt, or fear often linger because they have no outlet. Writing provides that outlet, allowing you to pour these feelings onto the page and leave them there. This act of release doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing emotions. It means acknowledging them fully and then letting them go. The page becomes a space for catharsis, a place where healing begins. Journaling also fosters self-compassion. As you write, you may notice patterns of self-criticism or judgment in your thoughts. Bringing these patterns into awareness creates an opportunity to challenge them, to replace harsh words with kind ones. Writing becomes a way to practice gentleness with yourself, to acknowledge your struggles while also celebrating your strengths. Over time, this practice nurtures a more compassionate inner dialogue. This form of expression helps you navigate uncertainty. When faced with difficult decisions or periods of change, journaling offers a way to process your thoughts and feelings. By exploring different perspectives on the page, you can gain clarity about what matters most to you and what steps align with your values. Writing doesn't always provide immediate answers, but it creates a space where answers can emerge naturally over time. Journaling is also a way to cultivate gratitude. While it's often associated with processing difficult emotions, Writing about what you're thankful for can shift your perspective and uplift your mood. Reflecting on moments of kindness, achievements, or simple joys helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life, balancing the weight of challenges with the lightness of appreciation. For those navigating grief, journaling can be a lifeline. Loss often brings a flood of emotions that can feel impossible to contain. Writing offers a way to honor your feelings, to give voice to your sorrow, and to remember what you've lost. It becomes a space where you can both mourn and celebrate, holding the complexity of grief with tenderness and care. Journaling also strengthens your connection to intuition. As you write, you may notice insights or patterns that weren't immediately apparent. These moments of clarity often arise when you're not trying to force them, but simply allowing the act of writing to unfold. The page becomes a space for discovery, revealing truths that were hidden beneath the surface. The practice of journaling is inherently flexible. There is no right or wrong way to write, no rules about what must be included or excluded. You can write lists, letters, stories, or even single words, whatever feels most natural in the moment. This freedom makes journaling accessible to everyone, regardless of experience or skill level. The focus is not on how you write, but on the act of writing itself. Journaling is a practice of mindfulness. It anchors you in the present moment, requiring you to focus on your thoughts and feelings as they are right now. This attention to the here and now fosters a sense of presence, helping you let go of worries about the past or future. Writing becomes a meditation, a way to ground yourself in the flow of words and emotions. Over time, journaling creates a record of your journey. Looking back on past entries allows you to see how far you've come, to recognize patterns in your growth, and to celebrate the progress you've made. This reflection deepens your understanding of yourself and reinforces the resilience you've built along the way. The act of writing also builds emotional resilience. By regularly expressing and processing your emotions, you become better equipped to handle challenges as they arise. Journaling strengthens your ability to sit with discomfort, to explore it with curiosity rather than avoidance. This resilience extends beyond the page, influencing how you approach difficulties in other areas of life. Journaling is not just a practice for difficult times, it is also a way to celebrate joy. Writing about moments of happiness, love, or success allows you to savor them fully, to relive the positive emotions they bring. This focus on joy creates a balance in your journaling practice, reminding you that life is a tapestry of both light and shadow. For those seeking guidance, journaling can be a way to connect with your inner wisdom. By posing questions on the page, "What do I need right now?" or "What is holding me back?" you invite your deeper self to respond. The answers that arise may surprise you, offering insights that feel both personal and profound. Journaling also fosters creativity. The act of writing, even about everyday thoughts and emotions, opens the door to new ideas and perspectives. It encourages you to think outside the box, to explore connections you might not have considered before. This creative energy often spills over into other areas of life, enriching your work, relationships, and personal projects. Writing creates a sense of agency. It reminds you that even in the face of challenges, you have the power to choose how you respond. By putting your thoughts into words, you take ownership of your emotions and experiences. This sense of empowerment is deeply healing, reinforcing your ability to navigate life's ups and downs with strength and grace. Through journaling, you discover that emotional release is not about erasing feelings, but about transforming them. It is a practice of turning inward, of listening to your own voice, and of finding meaning in your experiences. Each word you write becomes a step toward clarity, a piece of the puzzle that brings you closer to understanding yourself. Journaling becomes more than a habit. It becomes a path to greater awareness, healing, and self-discovery. Journaling creates a bridge between your inner world and the clarity you seek, allowing emotions to find their way onto the page, where they can be understood and released. Yet, sometimes the answers we need aren't found in words, but in the quiet embrace of the natural world. Nature connection offers a deeply grounding experience, recharging your energy and bringing you back to the essence of the present moment. It is here, among the trees, the flowing water, and the open sky, that clarity and renewal often arise without the need for explanation or effort. Spending time in nature is more than a retreat from the busyness of life. It is a return to something primal and grounding. Nature has a way of anchoring you in the present, reminding you of a world that exists beyond screens, schedules, and societal demands. When you step outside, the rustle of leaves, the gentle caress of a breeze, or the warmth of sunlight on your skin awakens your senses, pulling you into a state of heightened awareness. Each sensation draws you further into the now, leaving behind the noise of your thoughts. In nature, your body and mind begin to sync with its rhythms. The pace of modern life often demands constant movement, leaving little room for stillness. But nature moves differently, with an unhurried flow that invites you to slow down as well. Whether you walk along a forest trail, sit beside a quiet stream, or watch clouds drift across the sky, this slower rhythm soothes the nervous system and calms an overstimulated mind. Nature connection fosters a profound sense of grounding. Standing barefoot on grass or feeling the earth beneath your feet connects you to the physical world in a way that is both simple and transformative. This connection reminds you that you're part of a larger ecosystem, rooted and supported by the earth itself. This grounding effect is not just physical, but also emotional, creating a sense of stability and balance. Spending time in nature also recharges your energy. The natural world operates in cycles. Day turns to night, seasons change, plants grow and rest. These cycles mirror your own need for balance, showing that periods of rest and renewal are as essential as moments of action. In the presence of nature, your energy finds a chance to reset, much like a river that clears itself as it flows. This renewal brings a sense of vitality and resilience, readying you to face life's demands with greater ease. The visual beauty of nature has a unique way of uplifting the spirit. The vibrant colors of flowers, the intricate patterns of leaves, or the vastness of a mountain range can evoke awe and wonder. These moments of awe have been shown to reduce stress and increase feelings of connectedness, reminding you of the vastness of the world and your place within it. Nature's beauty becomes a source of inspiration and a reminder of the simple joys that exist all around you. Nature connection also cultivates mindfulness. Unlike indoor environments, which often bombard you with stimuli, nature invites you to pay attention to subtler details. The sound of birdsong, the movement of a squirrel, or the way light filters through the trees. All these draw your focus outward, anchoring you in the present. This mindful awareness helps quiet the mind's chatter, creating space for a deeper sense of peace. In nature, emotions find a safe space to unfold. The open sky and wide landscapes create a sense of freedom, allowing you to release feelings that may feel too big to contain. Whether it's grief, anger, or joy, the natural world holds these emotions without judgment. This release is not forced, but organic, much like how a tree sheds its leaves to make way for new growth. Nature becomes a silent witness to your emotional journey, offering both comfort and perspective. The act of connecting with nature is also a practice of humility. Standing beneath a towering tree or gazing at a star-filled sky reminds you of the vastness of the universe and the small but significant role you play within it. This perspective fosters a sense of interconnectedness, dissolving feelings of isolation and reinforcing the idea that you are part of something much greater than yourself. Nature connection encourages curiosity and wonder. As you explore a park, a forest, or even your own backyard, you begin to notice the intricacies of life, how a spider weaves its web, how moss grows on a tree, or how a stream carves its path through the earth. These observations spark a sense of childlike curiosity, reminding you of the magic and mystery present in the natural world. This wonder creates a sense of playfulness and joy, often lost in the responsibilities of adulthood. Spending time in nature also strengthens your resilience. The natural world is a living example of adaptability and perseverance. Trees bend in the wind but rarely break. Rivers carve through rock over time, and animals adjust to changing seasons. These lessons from nature remind you of your own capacity to adapt and endure. In its presence, you find inspiration to face challenges with the same quiet strength and persistence. The healing power of nature extends to the body as well. Studies have shown that spending time outdoors can lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol levels, and improve immune function. This physical healing is complemented by the emotional and mental benefits of nature connection, creating a holistic sense of well-being. Even brief moments outside, a walk in the park, a few minutes of sunlight on your face, can create noticeable shifts in how you feel. For those feeling disconnected or overwhelmed, nature provides a sanctuary. Its openness and simplicity offer a respite from the complexity of modern life. In the stillness of a forest or the expanse of an ocean, you find space to breathe, to think, and to simply be. This sanctuary becomes a source of strength, a place you can return to whenever life feels too much. Nature also nurtures gratitude. As you witness its cycles and abundance, you begin to appreciate the interconnectedness of all things. The air you breathe, the food you eat, the water you drink, all are gifts from the natural world. This awareness fosters a deep sense of gratitude, shifting your focus from what you lack to the abundance that surrounds you. Gratitude, in turn, amplifies the sense of peace and contentment you feel in nature. Engaging with nature doesn't require grand adventures. While a hike through the mountains or a visit to the ocean can be deeply restorative, even small moments, tending to a garden, sitting beneath a tree, or watching birds outside your window, can create meaningful connections. The key is presence, allowing yourself to fully engage with the natural world around you. Over time, these connections deepen. Nature becomes not just a place you visit, but a part of your life, a source of guidance and renewal. Its lessons of patience, resilience, interconnectedness become woven into how you think, feel, and act. The relationship you cultivate with nature transforms not only how you see the world, but also how you see yourself within it. Through nature connection, you discover that healing and grounding are always within reach. The natural world offers a timeless wisdom, a quiet reminder of what truly matters. It doesn't demand anything from you but your presence, and in return, It offers peace, clarity, and renewal. Each moment spent in nature becomes a step toward balance, a journey back to the essence of being alive. Nature connection reminds us of life's rhythms, grounding us in its simplicity and restoring a sense of balance. Yet, even as we seek harmony with the natural world, there's another essential relationship we often overlook, the one we have with food. Mindful eating transforms the act of nourishing the body into a deeply intentional and meaningful practice. It shifts our focus from simply consuming to fully experiencing, nurturing not just the body, but the mind and spirit as well. Mindful eating begins with awareness. The simple act of pausing before a meal sets the tone for the entire experience. This pause is not about deprivation or guilt. It is a moment to acknowledge the food in front of you and your relationship with it. When you take this moment, you engage your senses, noticing the colors, textures, and aromas of your meal. This sensory engagement brings you fully into the present moment, allowing you to experience food as more than just fuel. Eating slowly is at the heart of mindful eating. In a world where meals are often rushed or multitasked, slowing down can feel like a radical act. Yet this simple shift has profound effects. When you eat slowly, you give your body time to signal fullness, helping you avoid overeating. This pace also enhances digestion, allowing your body to process food more effectively. Each bite becomes an opportunity to savor and appreciate the flavors, turning an ordinary meal into a moment of joy. Mindful eating invites you to notice your body's hunger and fullness cues. These signals, often drowned out by distractions or habits, guide you toward eating in alignment with your body's needs. By tuning into these cues, you begin to eat not out of boredom or stress, but out of genuine hunger. This awareness creates a healthier relationship with food, rooted in balance and respect for your body. The practice also encourages gratitude. Each meal represents a culmination of effort. Farmers who grew the ingredients, the journey of the food to your table, and the energy used to prepare it. Reflecting on this interconnectedness fosters a sense of appreciation for the food you consume. Gratitude shifts your mindset from one of consumption to one of connection, reminding you of the abundance in your life. Mindful eating helps break free from emotional eating patterns. Many turn to food for comfort during times of stress or sadness, using it as a way to numb emotions. While this is natural, it often leads to feelings of guilt or shame. Mindful eating offers an alternative by encouraging you to approach food with curiosity rather than judgment. By asking yourself why you're reaching for a certain food, you create space to explore your emotions and address them directly rather than through eating. This practice also deepens your connection to your body. As you eat mindfully, you become more attuned to how different foods make you feel. You may notice that certain meals leave you energized, while others leave you sluggish. This awareness empowers you to make choices that support your well-being, transforming food from a source of indulgence or restriction into a source of nourishment and vitality. Mindful eating is not about restriction or rules. It is about liberation. By paying attention to your experience with food, you free yourself from the cycle of mindless eating and the guilt that often accompanies it. The practice creates a sense of empowerment, allowing you to enjoy your meals without judgment or regret. Each bite becomes an act of care, a way to honor your body and its needs. The sensory focus of mindful eating extends beyond taste. The texture of food, the sound of a crisp bite, the visual arrangement on your plate, all these details enhance the experience. By noticing these elements, you engage more fully with your meal, transforming eating from a task to a sensory celebration. This heightened awareness also helps you recognize when you are satisfied, reducing the tendency to overeat. Mindful eating has profound effects on digestion. When you eat slowly and attentively, your body has time to prepare for the process of digestion. Saliva production increases, and your stomach has time to release enzymes that aid in breaking down food. This physiological alignment not only improves digestion, but also reduces discomfort, such as bloating or indigestion, that often arises from eating too quickly. The practice of mindful eating fosters a sense of self-compassion. By approaching your meals without judgment, you create space to enjoy food without guilt. This kindness toward yourself extends beyond eating, influencing how you approach other aspects of self-care. It reinforces the idea that nourishment is not just about what you eat, but about how you care for yourself as a whole. Mindful eating also offers an opportunity to connect with others. Sharing a meal with friends or family, free from distractions like phones or television, creates moments of genuine connection. As you eat mindfully together, you engage in conversation and presence, deepening your relationships and fostering a sense of community. Food becomes not just nourishment for the body, but a way to nourish connections with others. This practice encourages you to explore your relationship with food on a deeper level. You may begin to notice patterns or beliefs about eating that no longer serve you, such as viewing certain foods as bad or feeling the need to finish everything on your plate. Mindful eating invites you to challenge these beliefs and replace them with ones that align with your values and well-being. Mindful eating is not limited to meals. Snacks, drinks, and even treats can be approached with the same attention and care. By extending mindfulness to all aspects of eating, you create a consistent practice that supports your health and happiness. This continuity reinforces the habit, making it a natural part of your daily life. Over time, mindful eating transforms your relationship with food. It shifts your focus from external factors, like calorie counts or diet trends, to internal cues and experiences. This internal focus creates a sense of trust in your body and its wisdom, reducing the reliance on external rules or restrictions. You learn to eat in a way that feels intuitive and balanced, rather than dictated by external pressures. Mindful eating also encourages sustainability. By appreciating the journey of your food and the effort behind it, you become more mindful of food waste and choices that impact the environment. This awareness often leads to a greater appreciation for locally sourced or sustainably produced foods, creating a deeper connection between your eating habits and the planet. Through mindful eating, you rediscover the joy of food. Eating becomes an act of celebration, a way to honor both the nourishment it provides and the experience it creates. This joy is not about indulgence or excess, but about presence and appreciation. Each meal becomes an opportunity to connect with yourself, your body, and the world around you. As you continue to practice mindful eating, its effects ripple outward. You may find yourself more mindful in other areas of life, paying attention to how you move, how you rest, and how you engage with others. This awareness fosters a sense of harmony and balance, creating a foundation for overall well-being. Through mindful eating, you learn that food is not just something you consume. It is something you experience, something that connects you to yourself and to the world. Mindful eating transforms the act of nourishment into a moment of presence and gratitude, allowing us to embrace the simplicity of tasting, chewing, and honoring the food we consume. Yet, beyond the plate, life often serves challenges that are harder to digest. This is where acceptance meditation offers a path to peace. It invites you to release resistance, to let go of the fight against what is, and to find calm in the act of simply allowing. Acceptance meditation is rooted in the understanding that life is filled with change and unpredictability. Thoughts arise unbidden, emotions swell and recede, and circumstances unfold in ways that defy our plans. Fighting these realities often leads to frustration and exhaustion. Acceptance, on the other hand, opens the door to liberation. It doesn't mean liking or approving of everything, but rather acknowledging what is present without trying to force it away. The practice begins with noticing what arises in the mind and body. Close your eyes, take a breath, and allow your awareness to settle. Thoughts may start to crowd your mind, emotions may tug at your attention, and physical sensations may become apparent. Instead of judging or trying to control these experiences, you simply observe them. The act of observing creates space, a gentle buffer between you and your reactions. Acceptance meditation helps to untangle the knots of resistance. When we fight against unpleasant emotions or situations, we often add layers of tension and judgment that amplify our discomfort. By practicing acceptance, you learn to sit with these experiences as they are. This doesn't mean you resign yourself to pain or hardship. It means you stop adding unnecessary weight to what you're already carrying. In this stillness, the edges of discomfort begin to soften. One of the core elements of acceptance meditation is letting go of the need to fix or change. The mind often rushes to solve problems, to push away sadness, or to force happiness. Acceptance invites you to pause this instinct and simply be with what is. This pause creates room for clarity, allowing you to see situations and emotions more clearly. Often, solutions arise naturally when you release the pressure to control. Through acceptance, you also learn to relate to your thoughts differently. The mind produces an endless stream of chatter, some helpful, some not. Instead of wrestling with every thought or taking each one as truth, you begin to observe them as passing clouds. Some thoughts linger, others drift away quickly. This perspective helps you detach from the grip of negative or self-critical thoughts, creating freedom and inner peace. Acceptance meditation nurtures self-compassion. As you sit with your emotions, you begin to see them not as flaws, but as natural parts of being human. Sadness, anger, fear, these are not signs of weakness, but signals of your inner world. By accepting these emotions without judgment, you offer yourself kindness and understanding. This self-compassion becomes a foundation for healing and resilience. The practice also extends to accepting external circumstances. Life doesn't always align with our expectations, and this mismatch often creates suffering. Acceptance meditation helps you navigate these moments with grace. By acknowledging the reality of a situation, even if it's difficult, you conserve energy that would otherwise be spent on resistance. This energy can then be channeled toward constructive actions or simply toward finding peace in the moment. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It is an active engagement with reality, a willingness to face what is rather than deny or avoid it. This engagement often reveals hidden strengths and resources within you. When you stop resisting, you discover that you can handle more than you thought. Acceptance becomes a form of empowerment, a way of reclaiming your agency in the face of life's challenges. This practice also helps dissolve the illusion of control. While it's natural to want to shape your life and steer it in certain directions, acceptance meditation reminds you that not everything is within your power. This realization is not disheartening, but liberating. It allows you to focus on what you can influence while letting go of the rest. This shift reduces stress and fosters a sense of balance and perspective. Through acceptance meditation, you cultivate patience. Sitting with discomfort, whether it's physical pain, emotional turbulence, or uncertainty, teaches you to wait without rushing toward distraction or escape. This patience extends beyond the practice itself, influencing how you approach challenges and relationships in daily life. It becomes a quiet strength, a reminder that you can endure and even thrive amidst uncertainty. The practice also deepens your connection to the present moment. Acceptance requires you to be here, now, with whatever arises. This presence dissolves the pull of past regrets and future worries, grounding you in the reality of what is. In this grounded state, you find peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you are no longer fighting what is. Acceptance meditation fosters a sense of humility. It reminds you that life is vast and complex, often beyond your control or comprehension. This humility opens the door to wonder as you begin to appreciate the beauty and mystery of life, even in its messiness. Acceptance becomes not just a practice, but a way of seeing the world with openness and curiosity. As you continue with acceptance meditation, you may notice a shift in how you relate to others. Accepting yourself teaches you to extend the same kindness and understanding to those around you. You become less reactive to others' flaws or mistakes, seeing them as part of the shared human experience. This shift fosters deeper connections and reduces conflict, creating a sense of harmony in your relationships. Over time, acceptance meditation transforms how you approach life's challenges. It doesn't eliminate difficulties, but it changes your relationship with them. Instead of being overwhelmed or paralyzed, you meet challenges with equanimity. This equanimity becomes a source of inner stability, a foundation that supports you through both calm and stormy times. Acceptance meditation also enhances gratitude. When you accept life as it is, you become more aware of its gifts. The simple act of breathing, the warmth of the sun, the kindness of a friend. These moments become more vivid and meaningful. Gratitude naturally arises as you let go of resistance and open yourself to the richness of the present. Through acceptance, you discover a deeper sense of peace. This peace is not tied to circumstances or outcomes, but arises from within. It is the peace of knowing that you can face whatever comes, the peace of being at home with yourself. Acceptance meditation becomes more than a practice. It becomes a way of living, a path to freedom and fulfillment. Acceptance meditation teaches us the art of being present with reality as it unfolds, offering peace through understanding and release. Yet, as each day comes to a close, the lessons of acceptance can deepen through intentional reflection. Evening reflection is a quiet ritual, a time to pause and turn inward, reviewing the day with an open heart and curious mind. This practice fosters awareness, nurtures growth, and sets the stage for rest that feels both peaceful and restorative. Evening reflection begins with stillness. After the busyness of the day, this is a moment to step away from external distractions and focus inward. The simple act of sitting quietly, allowing the day's events to surface in your mind, can be profoundly grounding. It's not about replaying every detail or scrutinizing your actions, but about inviting the essence of the day to unfold naturally, like opening the pages of a book you've just finished reading. This practice encourages honesty without judgment. As you reflect on your actions, emotions, and thoughts, you create space to observe without criticism. Perhaps there were moments when you acted with kindness, times when frustration got the better of you, or instances when you felt unsure or vulnerable. Acknowledging these experiences without labeling them as good or bad allows you to see yourself clearly, with compassion and understanding. Reflection becomes a tool for growth rather than a measure of perfection. One of the most valuable aspects of evening reflection is its ability to highlight patterns. By regularly reviewing your day, you may begin to notice recurring themes in your thoughts or behaviors. Perhaps certain situations consistently trigger stress, or particular interactions bring joy. Recognizing these patterns helps you understand yourself more deeply, providing insights that guide you toward intentional changes or affirming the habits that support your well-being. Reflection also deepens your relationship with gratitude. As you review the day, small moments of joy or connection often come into focus, things you may have overlooked in the rush of life. A kind word from a colleague, the comfort of a favorite meal, the beauty of a sunset. These moments take on greater significance when given the attention they deserve. This gratitude shifts your perspective, reminding you of the abundance present in even the simplest experiences. Evening reflection is a practice of letting go. The day, with all its triumphs and challenges, is now behind you. By taking time to process and release its events, you prevent them from lingering in your mind as you move into the next. This release is not about forgetting, but about making peace with what has passed. It allows you to end the day with a sense of closure, free from the weight of unresolved emotions or unfinished tasks. The practice also invites you to reconnect with your intentions. Reflection is not only about looking back, but also about looking forward. As you review the day, you can ask yourself if your actions aligned with your values and goals. If there were moments of misalignment, this awareness becomes an opportunity for gentle course correction. Reflection helps you live more intentionally, ensuring that each day moves you closer to the person you want to become. This process nurtures self-compassion. Evening reflection is not a time to dwell on mistakes or shortcomings, but to approach them with kindness. By acknowledging your humanity and treating yourself with the same understanding you would offer a friend, you create an environment of growth without harshness. This self-compassion strengthens resilience, allowing you to face future challenges with greater confidence and ease. Reflection also fosters connection with others. As you think about your interactions throughout the day, you may notice opportunities to express gratitude, offer an apology, or reach out to someone in need. These insights encourage meaningful connections, strengthening your relationships and reminding you of the impact you have on those around you. Reflection helps you approach your relationships with greater mindfulness and care. Evening reflection is a bridge between action and rest. By processing the day's events, you prepare your mind for sleep. This preparation reduces the tendency for thoughts to race or linger, creating a sense of calm that supports restful sleep. The act of reflecting and releasing allows you to end the day with a clear mind and a light heart, ready to embrace the restorative power of rest. This practice is also a way to honor the passage of time. Each day is unique, a chapter in the larger story of your life. Evening reflection ensures that no day passes unnoticed or unappreciated. By taking a few moments to sit with the events of the day, you create a sense of continuity and presence in your life. This awareness enriches your experience, turning ordinary days into meaningful milestones. Evening reflection encourages mindfulness. As you revisit the day, you become more attuned to the moments when you were fully present and those when your mind wandered. This awareness helps you carry mindfulness into future days, reinforcing the habit of being fully engaged in the present. Reflection becomes a tool for cultivating mindfulness, weaving it into the fabric of your daily life. This practice is inherently flexible. Whether you write in a journal, speak your reflections aloud, or simply sit in silent thought, the method can be tailored to suit your preferences. Some may find value in focusing on specific questions, such as, "What am I grateful for?" or "What did I learn today?" Others may prefer an open-ended approach, allowing reflections to arise naturally. The key is to create a practice that feels meaningful and sustainable for you. Over time, evening reflection becomes a source of strength. It helps you navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and purpose. By consistently taking time to review and realign, you build a foundation of self-awareness and intentionality that supports you in all areas of life. Reflection becomes a touchstone, a practice you can return to again and again, no matter what the day has brought. Through evening reflection, you discover the power of pausing, the gift of self-awareness, and the beauty of continuous growth. Each day becomes an opportunity to learn, to heal, and to deepen your connection with yourself and the world around you. As the practice takes root, you may find that the insights gained in these quiet moments not only shape your nights, but also transform your days. Evening reflection offers a profound sense of closure, enabling you to process emotions and thoughts with clarity and compassion. But what happens when certain relationships or connections begin to weigh heavily, clouding your judgment or draining your energy? Learning to emotionally detach from anyone who disrupts your peace is not about avoidance or indifference. It's about creating space for your well-being. Detachment is a skill that nurtures emotional independence and helps protect your inner harmony. Emotional detachment begins with self-awareness. It requires recognizing when a connection or dynamic is causing more harm than good. This recognition is not about blame, but about understanding your own needs and limits. Often we hold on to people out of habit, fear, or misplaced obligation, even when the relationship no longer aligns with our values or growth. By becoming aware of these patterns, you create the foundation for meaningful change. Detachment is deeply rooted in boundaries. Healthy boundaries are not walls, but guidelines that define how you allow others to treat you and how you choose to engage. Establishing boundaries is an act of self-respect, signaling to yourself and others that your emotional well-being is a priority. These boundaries may involve limiting contact, reframing conversations, or simply saying no without guilt. Each step reinforces your autonomy and protects your emotional energy. Letting go of emotional dependence is central to detachment. Emotional dependence often arises when we look to others to validate our worth, provide constant support, or fill voids within ourselves. This reliance can lead to an unhealthy dynamic, where the actions or opinions of others heavily influence our sense of self. Detachment encourages you to shift this focus inward, building a strong foundation of self-worth and self-reliance. This shift allows you to interact with others from a place of strength rather than need. Detachment also involves releasing the need to control. In relationships, it's natural to want to guide or influence outcomes, particularly when emotions are deeply involved. However, this desire for control often leads to frustration and conflict. as it ignores the autonomy of others. Emotional detachment teaches you to accept people as they are without trying to change them. This acceptance fosters peace and reduces the emotional turbulence that arises from unmet expectations. Practicing detachment requires mindfulness. When emotions run high, it's easy to become entangled in reactive thoughts or behaviors. Mindfulness creates a pause, allowing you to observe your feelings without being consumed by them. This awareness helps you respond intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, mindfulness strengthens your ability to stay grounded, even in the face of emotional triggers. A key aspect of detachment is reframing relationships. Instead of seeing detachment as a loss, view it as an opportunity to redefine connections in a healthier way. This might mean transitioning a close relationship into a more distant one, or simply adjusting your expectations. Reframing allows you to honor the role a person has played in your life, while also recognizing when it's time to step back. This perspective makes detachment feel less like a rejection and more like a step toward balance. Detachment is not about closing yourself off from emotions. Instead, it's about creating space to experience emotions without being overwhelmed by them. This balance allows you to feel deeply without losing yourself in the process. By cultivating this emotional resilience, you strengthen your ability to navigate all types of relationships with grace and clarity. Letting go of resentment is another crucial element of detachment. Holding on to anger or hurt binds you to the very person or situation you're trying to distance yourself from. Forgiveness, in this context, is not about condoning harmful behavior, but about freeing yourself from the weight of negativity. Releasing resentment creates room for healing and ensures that the past doesn't dictate your present. Detachment also involves prioritizing self-care. When relationships become draining, it's essential to redirect your energy toward practices that nurture your well-being. This might include engaging in hobbies, spending time in nature, or deepening your mindfulness practice. By focusing on yourself, you replenish the emotional reserves needed to maintain balance and perspective. The process of detachment often reveals hidden fears. You may fear being alone, losing approval, or facing conflict. Acknowledging these fears is the first step in overcoming them. Detachment teaches you that your value is not tied to external validation and that true peace comes from within. Facing these fears head-on builds courage and reinforces your emotional independence. Detachment also requires patience. It's a gradual process, often involving setbacks and moments of doubt. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this journey. Each step, no matter how small, is a testament to your commitment to self-respect and emotional well-being. Over time, these efforts accumulate, creating a profound sense of freedom and empowerment. Through detachment, you learn to approach relationships with a sense of balance. Instead of being overly invested or entirely disengaged, you find a middle ground where you can care without losing yourself. This balance creates healthier, more sustainable connections and ensures that your energy is spent on relationships that uplift rather than deplete you. Detachment also strengthens your ability to focus on the present moment. When you're entangled in emotional attachments, your thoughts often dwell on the past or future, replaying conflicts, anticipating outcomes, or longing for change. By detaching, you bring your focus back to the present, where peace and clarity reside. This shift enhances your overall sense of well-being and presence. One of the most liberating aspects of detachment is the sense of freedom it brings. You no longer feel beholden to the expectations or judgments of others, nor do you carry the burden of trying to manage their emotions. This freedom allows you to live authentically, aligned with your values and aspirations. It creates space for self-discovery and personal growth, unencumbered by external influences. Detachment is an act of self-love. It's a way of prioritizing your peace and well-being without guilt or apology. By choosing detachment, you affirm your worth and create a life that reflects your needs and desires. This self-love radiates outward, influencing not only how you see yourself, but also how others perceive and treat you. Through the practice of detachment, you come to understand that relationships are not about ownership or dependence, but about connection and mutual respect. This understanding transforms how you approach and sustain relationships, ensuring that they remain sources of support and joy rather than stress or conflict. As detachment becomes a part of your life, it reshapes your relationship with yourself. You begin to see yourself not as someone defined by their connections to others, but as a whole, independent being. This perspective fosters a profound sense of inner peace and confidence, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and purpose. Detachment becomes not just a practice, but a way of living that honors both yourself and the relationships that truly matter. Detachment reveals a powerful truth. The freedom to shape your inner world comes from letting go of what no longer serves you. But even when emotional ties are loosened, the lingering grip of negative thoughts can weigh heavily on the mind. These thoughts, like shadows, often creep into the corners of our consciousness, clouding judgment and draining energy. The wisdom of Buddhism offers practical and transformative tools to release these mental burdens and restore clarity, allowing you to reclaim your peace and focus. Negative thoughts thrive on attention. The more you engage with them, analyzing, justifying, or fighting them, the more they persist. The first step to eliminating negative thoughts is to shift your awareness. Acknowledge their presence without attaching to them. Thoughts are like passing clouds. They come and go. By observing them without judgment, you disarm their power and begin to see them for what they truly are: temporary and often insignificant. Mindfulness is an essential practice in dissolving negativity. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you redirect your focus from spiraling thoughts to the reality of now. Engaging with your senses, feeling the texture of an object, listening to the hum of the world around you, or noticing the rhythm of your breath, anchors you in the present. This anchoring reduces the pull of negative thoughts, allowing them to fade into the background. One powerful tool from Buddhist wisdom is the practice of replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. This is not about forcing happiness or suppressing feelings, but about consciously redirecting your mental energy. For every negative thought that arises, choose to counter it with a truth or affirmation. If self-doubt whispers that you are not enough, respond with the acknowledgement of your efforts and strengths. This practice rewires your thought patterns over time, making positivity your default state. Compassion, both for yourself and others, is another antidote to negativity. Negative thoughts often stem from harsh self-judgment or resentment toward others. Practicing compassion softens these edges, transforming criticism into understanding. By extending kindness to yourself, you dissolve the inner conflict that fuels negativity. Likewise, compassion for others helps release grudges and grievances, freeing you from the mental weight they carry. Breathing techniques offer an immediate way to calm the mind and release negative thoughts. Conscious breathing, such as deep diaphragmatic breathing or alternate nostril breathing, interrupts the cycle of stress and negativity. These techniques engage the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing a sense of calm and reducing the intensity of negative emotions. The simple act of focusing on your breath shifts your attention away from unhelpful thoughts and back to a state of equilibrium. Meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist wisdom, offering profound insights into the nature of thoughts. In meditation, you learn to observe your thoughts without attachment, recognizing that they are not who you are, but rather fleeting occurrences in the mind. This practice creates a sense of detachment from negative thoughts, allowing them to pass without impacting your inner peace. Over time, meditation strengthens your ability to remain centered, even when negativity arises. Gratitude transforms the lens through which you see the world. Negative thoughts often thrive in a mindset of lack, focusing on what is missing, wrong, or unfulfilled. Gratitude shifts this perspective, highlighting the abundance and beauty already present in your life. By taking time each day to reflect on what you are grateful for, you cultivate a sense of contentment that leaves little room for negativity to take root. Acceptance is another powerful practice in dissolving negative thoughts. Resistance often amplifies negativity. The more you fight against your thoughts, the stronger they seem to become. Acceptance, however, neutralizes their power. By acknowledging your thoughts without resistance, recognizing them as natural but impermanent, you create space for them to dissipate. This acceptance is not passive but empowering, as it allows you to move forward without being trapped by mental patterns. Reframing is a practical technique for transforming negativity. When a negative thought arises, challenge it by looking at the situation from a different perspective. What lesson can be learned? What opportunity does this challenge present? Reframing shifts the narrative, turning obstacles into stepping stones and setbacks into growth opportunities. This mental flexibility reduces the grip of negativity and opens the door to resilience. Physical movement can also help break the cycle of negative thoughts. Activities like walking, yoga, or dancing release pent-up energy and shift your focus away from the mind. Movement connects you to your body and the present moment, providing a natural outlet for stress and negativity. This connection fosters a sense of vitality and clarity, making it easier to approach your thoughts with balance and perspective. Surrounding yourself with positivity is another effective strategy. The people, environments, and media you engage with influence your mental state. Seek out uplifting conversations, inspiring books, and calming spaces that support your well-being. By curating your external environment, you create an internal space that is more resistant to negativity and more conducive to peace. The practice of letting go is central to Buddhist wisdom. Negative thoughts often linger because we hold on to them, replaying past mistakes, clinging to fears, or dwelling on what might go wrong. Letting go involves releasing these attachments, trusting that you don't need to carry every thought or emotion that arises. This practice is liberating, creating a sense of lightness and freedom in your mind. Journaling provides a tangible way to process and release negative thoughts. Writing them down externalizes your worries, allowing you to see them more objectively. This process often reveals patterns or triggers that you may not have been aware of, providing insights that help you move forward. Journaling becomes a space where negativity can be acknowledged, explored, and ultimately released. Silence and stillness are profound allies in eliminating negative thoughts. In the quiet, you create room to hear your deeper self, beyond the noise of your mind. This stillness doesn't suppress negativity, but allows it to dissolve naturally as your focus shifts inward. Through regular moments of silence, you build a reservoir of peace that shields you from the impact of fleeting thoughts. Mantras and affirmations are powerful tools to counter negativity. Repeating a calming phrase or positive affirmation creates a mental anchor, redirecting your focus away from unhelpful thoughts. Phrases like, "This too shall pass," or "I am at peace," remind you of your inner strength and the transient nature of challenges. These words become a source of comfort and empowerment. Mindful awareness teaches you to respond rather than react. When negative thoughts arise, the instinct is often to react impulsively, feeding the thought with further worry or frustration. Mindful awareness creates a pause, allowing you to choose how you engage with your thoughts. This intentional response breaks the cycle of negativity and reinforces your ability to remain grounded. Over time, these practices cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. Negative thoughts lose their power as you build resilience, mindfulness, and self-compassion. You come to understand that thoughts are not facts, and their presence does not define your reality. This understanding is profoundly freeing, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and confidence. The wisdom of Buddhism offers a timeless reminder. The mind is a tool, not a master. By applying these practices, you reclaim control over your thoughts, creating a mental landscape that is clear, calm, and full of possibility. Negative thoughts may still arise, but they no longer have the power to dictate your peace. Instead, they become opportunities for growth, reminders of the strength and serenity you carry within. Negative thoughts often arise from the behaviors and interactions we encounter daily. The way others treat us can deeply influence our mental and emotional state, shaping our confidence, peace, and overall well-being. Recognizing the boundaries of what you should never accept is not about creating distance from others, but about fostering respect and protecting your inner balance. There are certain behaviors no one should tolerate, as they erode trust, self-worth, and the foundation of healthy relationships. It starts with acknowledging the subtle signs of disrespect. Disrespect is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it hides in dismissive comments, a lack of consideration, or consistent interruptions during conversations. Disrespect undermines your value, leaving you questioning your worth. Standing firm against it involves calmly addressing these moments and making it clear that your time, voice, and presence deserve acknowledgement. This boundary sets the tone for how others engage with you. Manipulation is another behavior that quietly but powerfully disrupts relationships. Manipulation often masquerades as care or concern, making it difficult to recognize at first. It may involve guilt-tripping, twisting facts, or leveraging your emotions to serve someone else's agenda. Protecting yourself from manipulation requires clarity and confidence in your boundaries. By staying grounded in your values and learning to say no without guilt, you disarm manipulative tactics and reclaim your autonomy. Deceit is one of the most corrosive behaviors you should not accept. Lies, even small ones, erode trust and create a foundation of uncertainty in any relationship. When deceit becomes a pattern, it signals a lack of respect and accountability. Addressing dishonesty directly and setting a standard for transparency is vital. While trust can sometimes be rebuilt, allowing deceit to persist only deepens the damage, making honesty a non-negotiable aspect of any connection. Contempt, whether expressed through sarcasm, mockery, or outright hostility, is another behavior that chips away at your self-esteem. It breeds negativity and creates an environment where you feel belittled or undervalued. Confronting contempt involves calling it out with calm confidence, showing that you will not tolerate being treated as less than equal. Choosing relationships that uplift rather than diminish you reinforces the respect you have for yourself. Emotional unavailability is another behavior that often goes unnoticed but has a profound impact. Relationships thrive on connection, but when one party remains consistently distant or unwilling to engage, it creates imbalance and frustration. Recognizing emotional unavailability allows you to decide whether the relationship aligns with your needs. It's not about forcing someone to change, but about valuing your emotional well-being enough to seek mutual understanding and presence. Gaslighting is a particularly insidious behavior that undermines your perception of reality. It often involves someone dismissing your feelings, twisting events, or making you doubt your experiences. Gaslighting erodes confidence and fosters confusion. Protecting yourself from it involves trusting your intuition and seeking external validation when needed. Clear communication and a firm stance against manipulation are essential to maintaining your sense of self in the face of gaslighting. Overstepping boundaries is a behavior that can manifest in many forms: invading your privacy, disregarding your time, or imposing opinions on your choices. Boundaries are not just barriers, but expressions of your values and priorities. Enforcing them with consistency ensures that others understand their importance. It's not about creating conflict, but about fostering mutual respect and understanding. A lack of accountability is another behavior that should not be tolerated. When someone refuses to take responsibility for their actions, it creates an imbalance in relationships, often leaving you to shoulder blame or consequences. Holding people accountable involves clear communication and a willingness to address issues directly. It sets a standard for fairness and mutual respect, ensuring that relationships are built on shared responsibility. Persistent negativity can drain your energy and outlook on life. While everyone has difficult moments, constant pessimism or criticism creates a toxic environment. Protecting yourself from negativity involves recognizing its impact on your mental state and choosing to limit exposure to it. Encouraging positivity and focusing on uplifting interactions helps counterbalance negativity's effects, allowing you to maintain a sense of optimism and peace. Controlling behavior is something no one should endure. Whether it's dictating your choices, isolating you from others, or undermining your independence, control stifles individuality and freedom. Standing against controlling behavior involves asserting your autonomy and refusing to conform to expectations that compromise your values. This stance fosters self-respect and ensures that your relationships remain partnerships rather than power struggles. By identifying and addressing these behaviors, you not only protect your peace, but also create a space for healthier, more fulfilling connections. Recognizing what you will not tolerate is an act of self-respect and courage, reinforcing your commitment to living authentically and without compromise. Each boundary you set becomes a step toward relationships that honor and uplift you. Through these practices, you cultivate a life grounded in respect, balance, and the freedom to thrive. Recognizing behaviors that disrupt your inner peace is a powerful step toward emotional freedom. However, even after setting boundaries and protecting yourself from toxic influences, the mind can still carry residual negativity, stress, and clutter. Detoxifying the mind is essential to finding clarity, balance, and serenity, allowing you to align more closely with Buddha's teachings on inner harmony. This process is not about erasing thoughts, but about creating space for the mind to rest, reset, and flourish. Detoxifying the mind begins with awareness. Much like physical detoxification requires understanding what harms the body, mental detox requires identifying the thoughts and habits that weigh heavily on the mind. Awareness allows you to see the patterns of overthinking, self-doubt, or negativity that have become ingrained. This recognition is the first step toward release, as it shines a light on what needs to be addressed without judgment or resistance. Mindfulness serves as a cornerstone for mental detoxification. By bringing your attention to the present moment, you reduce the mental noise created by dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Mindfulness doesn't suppress thoughts, but allows them to flow naturally without attaching to them. This practice creates mental space, helping you see thoughts for what they are, transient and impermanent. Over time, mindfulness transforms the way you engage with your mind, fostering calm and clarity. Breathing techniques play a powerful role in detoxifying the mind. Conscious breathing slows down the nervous system, grounding you in the present and releasing tension. Deep, intentional breaths help clear stagnant mental energy, making way for focus and calm. The act of focusing on your breath also disrupts negative thought cycles, offering a moment of pause that resets your mental state. This simple yet profound practice is a reminder of how interconnected the body and mind are. Letting go is a central teaching in Buddha's philosophy and a key aspect of mental detoxification. The mind often clings to attachments, grudges, expectations, or fears that create mental clutter. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring. It means releasing the grip these thoughts have on you. By practicing acceptance and relinquishing control over what cannot be changed, you free your mind from the burden of unnecessary suffering. This release creates space for peace and perspective. Gratitude offers a powerful antidote to mental toxicity. The mind has a tendency to focus on lack, highlighting what's wrong, missing, or incomplete. Gratitude shifts this focus, illuminating the abundance and blessings already present in your life. By regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for, you retrain your mind to notice positivity, creating a mental environment that is less prone to negativity. This practice nurtures contentment and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Self-compassion is another vital element of mental detoxification. Negative thoughts often stem from harsh self-criticism or unmet expectations. Practicing self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. This gentleness helps dissolve feelings of guilt, shame, or inadequacy, creating a supportive inner dialogue that fosters healing and growth. Over time, self-compassion becomes a source of strength and resilience. Detoxifying the mind also involves decluttering your mental environment. This includes limiting exposure to negative influences, whether they come from media, conversations, or environments. Surrounding yourself with uplifting content and supportive people helps create a mental space conducive to positivity and peace. This intentional curation of your surroundings reinforces your commitment to maintaining a clear and balanced mind. Meditation offers a deep cleanse for the mind, providing a sanctuary of stillness amidst life's noise. In meditation, you observe your thoughts without engaging with them, allowing the mind to settle naturally. This practice not only reduces mental clutter, but also enhances your ability to focus, process emotions, and approach challenges with equanimity. Regular meditation creates a foundation of calm and clarity, making it easier to navigate daily life with a balanced mind. Engaging in creative expression can also aid in detoxifying the mind. Activities such as writing, painting, or playing music provide an outlet for thoughts and emotions that might otherwise remain trapped. Creativity allows you to channel mental energy into something constructive and fulfilling, transforming stress or confusion into clarity and inspiration. This process nurtures both the mind and the spirit, creating a sense of harmony and accomplishment. Nature connection is a powerful tool for mental detoxification. Spending time in natural surroundings soothes the mind and reduces stress, grounding you in the present moment. The simplicity and beauty of nature offer a contrast to the complexity of the mind, helping to reset your mental state. Walking in a forest, listening to birdsong, or feeling the earth beneath your feet provides a sense of perspective and renewal, clearing away mental clutter and restoring inner balance. Acts of kindness also play a role in detoxifying the mind. When you focus on helping others, your attention shifts outward, breaking the cycle of self-centered worries or negative thought patterns. Kindness fosters a sense of connection and purpose, creating positive energy that uplifts both you and those around you. This practice reinforces the interconnectedness of all beings, a core teaching in Buddhism, and nurtures a mental state rooted in compassion and generosity. Journaling offers a reflective space to process and release thoughts. Writing about your experiences, emotions, or challenges helps externalize them, making them more manageable. This process provides clarity, revealing insights that might not have been apparent before. Journaling also creates a record of your growth, reminding you of your progress and resilience. It becomes a tool for self-discovery and mental renewal. Silence is another profound way to detoxify the mind. In silence, you step away from external distractions, allowing your thoughts to settle naturally. This stillness creates a space where you can connect with your inner self, free from the noise of the outside world. Regular moments of silence nurture a sense of peace and clarity, helping to reset your mental state and strengthen your connection to the present. Through these practices, detoxifying the mind becomes not just a one-time effort, but a continuous journey. Each step you take clears space for clarity, calm, and balance, aligning your inner world with the wisdom of Buddha's teachings. The mind, when nurtured and cleansed, becomes a source of strength and serenity, empowering you to face life's challenges with grace and equanimity. By embracing these practices, you cultivate a mental landscape that is clear, focused, and deeply at peace. Detoxifying the mind clears the space for calm, clarity, and balance, but true serenity requires more than an empty mental slate. It demands a deeper understanding of how to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and grace. Buddhism offers profound teachings that guide us toward this serenity, not as a fleeting state, but as a steady presence that anchors our actions and decisions. These teachings show us how to act with calm and confidence, no matter the circumstances, unveiling a powerful secret to inner peace. Serenity begins with acceptance. Life is filled with uncertainties, changes, and challenges that often feel beyond our control. Acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. It is about acknowledging reality as it is and responding to it without resistance. By releasing the urge to fight against what cannot be changed, you conserve energy and find clarity. This clarity allows you to act thoughtfully and with purpose, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. Mindfulness is a key element in cultivating serenity. When you remain fully present in each moment, you free yourself from the grip of past regrets and future anxieties. Mindfulness invites you to focus on what is within your control, guiding your actions with intention and awareness. Through this practice, you learn to approach life's challenges with a calm, centered perspective, rooted in the understanding that each moment is an opportunity to grow and adapt. Compassion transforms how you engage with the world and yourself, creating a foundation for serene action. Acting with compassion means approaching situations and people with kindness, even in the face of conflict or difficulty. This does not mean tolerating harm or injustice. Rather, it involves addressing issues with a heart full of understanding rather than anger. Compassion shifts the energy of your interactions, fostering resolution instead of escalation. Equanimity, a central Buddhist principle, empowers you to remain steady amidst life's ups and downs. This balance is not about suppressing emotions, but about cultivating an inner stability that allows you to face both joy and sorrow without being swept away. Equanimity provides the perspective needed to act wisely, helping you respond to challenges without losing sight of your values or goals. It is the steady hand that guides serene actions, no matter the storm. Letting go of attachment is essential to acting with serenity. Attachment often leads to clinging, whether to outcomes, relationships, or expectations. This clinging creates tension and anxiety, pulling you away from the present moment. Letting go does not mean detachment from caring, but rather releasing the need to control or possess. By focusing on effort rather than results, you act with a sense of freedom and peace, trusting the process rather than being consumed by the outcome. Self-awareness deepens your ability to act with serenity. When you understand your own triggers, motivations, and patterns, you can approach situations with greater clarity. Self-awareness helps you recognize when emotions are clouding your judgment, giving you the space to pause and realign with your intentions. This practice fosters accountability and ensures that your actions reflect your true values rather than fleeting emotions. Patience is another cornerstone of serene action. In a fast-paced world, the pressure to act quickly often leads to mistakes or unnecessary conflict. Patience allows you to take the time needed to fully understand a situation before responding. This deliberate approach not only enhances the quality of your decisions, but also cultivates a sense of calm, reminding you that not every problem requires immediate resolution. Gratitude shifts your perspective, enabling you to act from a place of abundance rather than lack. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, your actions become more generous and grounded. Gratitude fosters a sense of contentment, reducing the urgency and tension that often accompany decision-making. This sense of abundance allows you to approach life with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Meditation strengthens your ability to act with serenity by providing a space to cultivate inner peace. Regular meditation trains your mind to remain calm and focused even in challenging situations. This practice enhances your capacity to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully, rather than react impulsively. Meditation becomes a reservoir of calm that you can draw upon in moments of stress or uncertainty, grounding your actions in serenity. Non-judgmental awareness is another powerful tool for serene action. Judgments often cloud our perceptions, leading to actions based on bias or misunderstanding. By practicing non-judgmental awareness, You approach situations with curiosity and openness rather than preconceived notions. This perspective allows you to see things as they truly are, guiding actions that are thoughtful, fair, and compassionate. Detachment from ego is crucial for acting with serenity. The ego often drives us to seek validation, compete, or prove ourselves, creating tension and conflict. By detaching from ego-driven desires, you free yourself to act authentically and selflessly. This detachment fosters humility and clarity, allowing your actions to be guided by purpose rather than pride. Acts of service also cultivate serenity. Helping others shifts your focus outward, reducing self-centered worries and creating a sense of connection and purpose. When your actions are motivated by a desire to contribute rather than to gain, they carry a sense of lightness and joy. Service becomes a way to align with the interconnectedness of life, reinforcing the calm and clarity that serenity brings. Regular reflection helps maintain the practice of acting with serenity. Taking time to review your actions, intentions, and their outcomes allows you to learn and grow. Reflection fosters accountability and helps you identify areas where you can improve, ensuring that each step forward is guided by wisdom and purpose. This practice creates a cycle of continuous growth, reinforcing your ability to act with grace and calm. Nature connection also enhances your capacity for serene action. Spending time in natural settings grounds you in the rhythms of life, reminding you of the impermanence and interconnectedness of all things. This perspective fosters humility and patience, qualities that are essential for acting with serenity. The calm and clarity you find in nature naturally extend to your actions and decisions. Through these practices, acting with serenity becomes not just an ideal, but a lived reality. Each choice, no matter how small, becomes an opportunity to embody calm, wisdom, and compassion. The Buddhist secret to serenity lies in understanding that peace is not something to be achieved, but something to be practiced in every moment. By aligning your actions with these principles, you create a life that is not only peaceful, but profoundly meaningful. Self-healing is not a destination, but a journey guided by the timeless wisdom of Buddhism and the practices that bring balance to our lives. From mindfulness meditation to walking meditation, from cultivating gratitude to the healing power of touch, each technique offers a path toward peace, resilience, and renewal. These practices remind us that true healing comes not from resisting life's challenges, but from embracing them with compassion, awareness, and serenity. They teach us to reconnect with ourselves, nurture our well-being, and find strength in stillness. As you integrate these self-healing techniques into your daily life, you create space for growth, understanding, and harmony. These are more than practices. They are lifelines to clarity and calm in a world often filled with noise and chaos. Begin wherever you are, take one step at a time, and trust in your capacity to heal and thrive. What resonated with you the most? How will you start incorporating these techniques into your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your journey and insights. If this content inspired you or gave you new tools for your path, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's so much more to explore, and we're excited to continue sharing wisdom that can transform your life. Thank you for being here. Your presence means everything. See you in the next video.